3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 137. 137? Right?
36. 136.
You sure?
Yep, I'm looking at it right here.
Okay, cool. 136. We'll go with that. Possibly 137. Maybe it's
It's
135. Who knows? Anyways, this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast. Joining me as always, Daniel Navarrete.
What's up, gamers? Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, what a fucking season.
What a season,
I
man.
feel like we should just talk about Cobra Kai. We got so
whole
much shit to
episode
talk about. but,
Forget the
I feel like-
games. There's way
fuck
too many
the
games to talk
man.
about, but we're talking about Cobra Kai.
I feel like
Are
we're
you
so
kidding me?
overwhelmed with video game news that like we could just talk about Cobra Kai this entire time or
Mhm.
forget about it all, you know?
I mean, there's nothing more important than karate.
There really is.
Absolutely nothing.
Clearly not.
Is the most important thing.
I got way too into Cobra Kai. That's why I got this cut on my forehead.
I went over to Milwaukee and punched you in the face.
Oh, is that? Well, I was gonna tell the real story.
Oh,
I like that one too. I like how you just flew over here to punch me
Just
in
to
the fucking
punch you in the
face.
left.
And then you just were out. What really happened? 3 bikers were standing in front of a liquor store, right? I went up to them, started doing my fucking kung fu, you know, spin back kick one of the motherfuckers, punched one in the chest. He couldn't breathe. Then the other one.
Did you do the
came up.
Quicksilver or what? Quick Bullet or Silver Bullet or whatever?
Oh
you
yeah,
call
that
it?
was it. Silver Bullet. Yeah,
Silver Bullet?
Yeah, Silver Bullet. Also, it was the big move in Karate Kid Part 3, so it all came back around this season. It was great. But yeah, I did that to him, and then I realized that was all in my head, and they just kicked my ass for 5 minutes, and that was just
Wow.
yeah. That's what happened.
I'm sorry.
Turns out you can't learn karate in a matter of 10 minutes.
Unless you're like Miguel.
You know, you figure you just put on Eye of the Tiger, go kick a tree in your backyard, do some sit-ups or some shit, and then bam, you know karate.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny could beat up anybody.
Johnny definitely could beat up anybody. Best character of the show, by
Oh, it's pretty handedly. Yeah.
handily. Anyway,
Shout out to Amanda, probably one of my favorites as well. Amanda.
you know,
LaRusso.
she was like
She's
less. I suppose it was just because of what happened to her character this season, but she was always like the person of reason throughout the show. You know what I mean? Like
She's all in now.
guys, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, now this season she's into it, and now she's like,
all
okay,
in
I
now.
get it.
It's
I'm into
so
this
good.
karate shit now.
So funny.
Anyways, this is the Cobra Kai show. It's a video game show, and Daniel, we've had quite a bit of video game news over the last week.
You could say there's too much video game news.
A bit
People
too
need to
much.
slow down.
It's like
There's
a
news
mini
happening
E3.
now.
It really is like a mini E3.
Yeah, in the middle of September. Like, come on, what are we
Yeah.
doing here? Like Call of Duty's doing something right now.
So
Crazy.
Daniel, I would say we've had 4 major press conferences, right? PlayStation, Nintendo, Disney, Marvel, and Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Out of those 4, what
Could
was
say
your...
RGGs as well if you want to throw that
was,
in there.
That was pretty major, I guess. A little bit lesser, but sure.
Sure.
Yeah, close enough. But out of those 4, Daniel, what was your favorite and what was your least favorite?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would say Nintendo's was just too long, even though it had my favorite announcement overall. I would say, but a little too long. So I might. It's a great question. I'd say Ubisoft is probably the worst one, even though I really liked it. I think it was just kind of a little too long as well. I like some of the announcements there, but I think that's probably my least favorite. Then the Disney one's pretty close to that too, because there's just a lot of mobile games. My favorite would probably be that's tough. The State of Play, just for it was much shorter. That's probably why. Much
Yeah.
shorter. Just got the trailers and we were done.
Yeah, they got the
Um,
pacing down good on that State of Play,
yeah.
I think. Even though I didn't think it was all that
I don't think so.
important with announcements. To be honest, I didn't think any of them were really like, you know, an
Yeah.
E3 level presentation. Even though I thought the Nintendo one and the PlayStation one were pretty good, but
Yeah.
not quite to like a high tier get hyped level, you know what I mean, on both of them.
Yeah.
But I'm
Nintendo
right
was
there
just
with
too
you.
long.
I did think the Ubisoft one was the worst. If I'm being honest, man, I'll be harsh on the Ubisoft one. I thought the Ubisoft one was one of the worst showcases I've seen since like COVID started. I can't.
Really?
Yeah, man, I
You
did
compare that
not.
to that Coke Media one and the Gearbox
Yeah, I
one. You
guess
remember
maybe
those two?
don't if you don't include those, like those are pretty bad. I don't know. It's like up there for me with that memorable EA one where all they did was show shit happening on a screen behind interview behind developers being interviewed. I just thought the Ubisoft one was just. I mean, we're gonna go over it, but I just thought you guys brought absolutely nothing, and it was it's unfortunate because they did lose out on a lot because of leaks, but even still, I don't know. That Infinity game's been leaked for like 2 years at this point, so it's like, okay, you gotta at least show me why that game's gonna be important, and they didn't. All they did is show logos. And then
Still don't really know what Infinity even is.
for the best one, I might go Nintendo. I feel like even though there weren't a lot of games there for me at the Nintendo one, there was a lot of important announcements, and I see a lot of
Yeah.
people crapping on the Nintendo one. I'm like, I don't know what more you guys really wanted. Like, I know there's big stuff you could have wanted, but like you got a new Fire Emblem game announced, you got a new Pikmin game announced, and then you got a release date for Breath of the Wild 2.
And the title.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, which is just a
Tears of
badass
the
name.
King. What is this? A
Oh,
corner?
what a name! What a
The
fucking
corner.
name! But yeah, you got all three of those things. I feel like those are three pretty major things to be happy with.
Yeah, there's a couple other little announcements in there. I think Nintendo always has a. I think Nintendo's pacing is usually pretty good. They kind of we're just going with announcements. Sometimes they'll stop and have somebody come out and talk for a second, and then they'll get back to announcements. But they're just too long. They just need to kind of cut that down a little bit. But I like the direct is pretty on par with PlayStation's. It was just a little shorter.
Sure.
Why?
Yeah, a lot of filler in the Nintendo one.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Nintendo one, we're gonna start with that one, going over what happened there. Where is the recap?
It's there.
Okay, I found it. Yeah, so we started off with the new Fire Emblem game. It's called Fire Emblem Engage. Got a new main character with his weird hairstyle here, looking like a clown. Daniel, doing in this clown man.
He looks alright.
It looks alright, sure.
I kind of like the dual color vibe of him, but like it's alright.
I don't like the red and blue. That
You don't?
weirds me out. No, I don't. That's an odd color combination to have for hair.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You're cool with it? Okay. Anyways,
I
got
like
a release
anime.
date of January 20th, 2023. So coming out pretty soon, actually.
Way sooner. If you were to ask me if a new Fire Emblem was coming out next year, I probably would have said this summer or something,
Yeah.
like July or something. But no, it's coming out
Definitely.
quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think they'd have a release date ready to go,
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, they've been working on something. I think the other one was 2019. So a team's been working.
Yeah. Yeah, they just turn out these Fire Emblem games, huh?
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll notice this a lot throughout the direct. Not a lot of games for me here, but I recognize that these are big games, right?
Sloan's probably gonna play that game.
Oh, cool. Well, there's one weirdo for you. Next up, we got a It Takes Two version coming to Switch. Daniel, me and you played through this game together.
Yeah.
Coming to
Great game.
Switch
Play it.
now. Yeah, great game. Play it. Maybe don't play it on Switch. Didn't look too good running on there, but
Yeah, that's a theme for this direct.
Yeah.
Is a lot of games not running well. Like it. There's another game later that looked rough.
I already know what you're talking about. It's almost like Switch needs new hardware, or Nintendo just in general.
You
know?
wouldn't say.
Yeah. Okay, next up then we got a new Fatal Frame game. I believe this is a re-release of an old Fatal Frame game. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse launches sometime in early 2023. You ever played a Fatal Frame game, Daniel?
I haven't. I know they're pretty cool. I like the idea of taking pictures of ghosts. That's a pretty cool idea, but
Yeah.
it's just not a series I ever played.
When I was a kid, I remember one of my friends told me this is like the scariest shit ever, right? And we played this on PS2, and I remember him showing me it when I went over his house once, and I was like, "What? This is not. Like, what are you talking about?"
Yeah, I think Fatal Frame 2 is supposed to be like one of the scariest games ever.
Yeah. I maybe at the time it was,
Or maybe at the time,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think if you go back and try to play that now, you'd be like, okay, well, this is stupid. It's like Pokemon Snap, but Ghost. So
Is it linear like that? Are you not moving around?
no, you walk around and then you like pull up your camera and then you gotta like take a picture of them. So I don't know if they're all like that, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's a weird game. Next up, then where were we? We got some DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yep.
Did you end up checking that game out?
I haven't. It reviewed very well. It's definitely a game I've thought about.
Yeah, I think it's one of the highest of the years, though.
Yeah, I think it's like sitting at like a 89 or something. It's really good.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Then we got another trailer for SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake. Still coming out in 2023. No release date for that yet.
Coming everywhere, which is cool. Good for that game.
Yeah, definitely.
Game
THQ
looks pretty cool.
turning that out.
Hopefully it's good.
Does look good. Yeah. I thought the last one looked good too, though. Although I suppose that was just a remake, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, the Bikini Bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope this game's good. We need more like platformers like this.
Yeah. Next up, we get a game called Story of the Seasons. This is some type of farming simulator, and we'll notice a lot of these throughout this direct.
A ton. I wonder if if these people have ever thought of making a farming video game.
Yeah, it's fine. We thought Souls games would be the big thing this gen. Maybe battle royales still would be the big thing. Nah.
That's what we need to make, Connor. We're gonna get all the genres. We're gonna make it a Souls-like farming sim where you drop it into off of a plane into a battle royale.
You and 100 of your closest friends drop into an island. First one to grow your crops wins.
Wow, intense.
In the midst of that, you gotta fight a giant boss. It's really hard. Kills you in one hit. Next, we got some post-launch content for Splatoon 3. Daniel,
I'm still thinking about picking that game up. I've never really played a Splatoon game, and it seems like a game I'd love. So
I'm not in here, but this game sold 3.5 million copies in Japan in the first week. Just in Japan.
It was in the weekend. It wasn't the week.
Oh,
it was in days. It was in days.
And to put that in context, I read Elden Ring sold 1.5 million in 2.5 weeks. And FF7 Remake sold 1 million in like 2 weeks or something.
Only in Japan.
Only in Japan, yeah. Only in Japan.
So
this is fucking nuts.
It's not even taking the
Japan
States
audience
into account yet.
Right.
Which is the biggest audience, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
For this game, so this game is probably at 5 million. I would say probably safely for the week, because the week would start either today or tomorrow. I would assume. So now it's been a week of this game, so it's probably at 5 million, maybe pushing 6 at the most. I would say, which is insane.
Gonna be a high
1 week.
Man.
Yeah, I think the other one, but Splatoon 2 was at 12 million or something like that, which is pretty good.
I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I mean they sell really high, really high. So
I would assume that's probably where it's going to be, 12 to 15 million. That's insane.
Yeah, good for them, especially with Nintendo and always getting crapped on for their online infrastructure and whatnot. They got a big online game that's like bigger than a lot of guys' online games.
Yeah, it sells really well. They definitely need to get their online into shape though.
Yeah, hopefully next gen. All right. Yeah. Next up, we got an announcement of Octopath Traveler 2. Coming out February 24th, 2023. There you go.
The interesting thing
after Triangle Strategy.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up. The interesting is they just released the game.
Yeah.
One thing to note, I don't know if you caught on to this with this game, is this game was released, I think, everywhere other than PlayStation. Octopath Traveler 2 is releasing everywhere except Xbox. So PlayStation didn't get the first one, and Xbox is not going to get the sequel.
That's weird.
Doesn't make any sense.
Do we know if there's any continuation between the first and the second?
I didn't play it. Sloan played some of it, but I didn't play it. It's just odd. It's a weird Square Enix decision to not put this on Xbox and then not put the first one on PlayStation.
Yeah, you would think there'd be a port of the first one as well then.
Yeah, like if PlayStation's going to get the second one, you're not going to... Maybe they'll have an announcement later of putting the first one on.
Yeah. So it's also launching on PlayStation?
Yeah. So this is coming everywhere at launch.
I don't think it launched on Xbox at first, right? The first one?
No. Yeah. It came to Xbox, I think, last year? Or, yeah, I think it was last year, and then it came to Game Pass as well last year.
Cool.
Still weird sequels,
I think, right?
I think it's still on Game Pass, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, do you plan on picking this up, maybe?
No, it's not really for me. I thought about Triangle Strategy. I'm still thinking about that game. That game seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I played the demo. I just wasn't into combat. I really like the art style of these games, though. So
yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, we got a game called Fae Farm coming to Nintendo Switch next spring. Another farming simulator. There you go. We'll move on. Next up, we got some sort of Final Fantasy rhythm game. Can't find the name here. Whatever. Yeah, weird, I guess. I don't know. Square Enix likes to do these. I know they had the Kingdom Hearts one. I don't know if I'll ever play one of these, considering they put out a Kingdom Hearts one and I never got around to playing it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's not going to get me, I don't know what is. So, alright. Next up, we got Rune Factory 3 Special Edition coming to Switch sometime soon. Sometime next year. So, there you go. More specific for you. Then we got some N64 games coming to the Nintendo Switch Online soon. First up, you got Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 are coming out this year sometime, it looks like. Also coming this year is, what is that? Pilot Wing 64.
Pilot Wings, yep.
And then in 2023, you'll get Mario Party 3, Pokemon Stadium 2, 1080p snowboarding, not 1080p, 1080 snowboarding, and then Excite Bike 64.
Nice.
I hope that's not the only thing that's coming there for all of 2023, but whatever.
The way I took it was just that's the announcement. These are coming in 2023, not that they're the only ones.
Sure. Yeah. Let's hope. Okay, cool. Next, we got GoldenEye coming to Nintendo Switch Online sometime soon. I guess we can throw it in here now. It's also coming to Xbox at some point. But the only difference is there's no online coming to Xbox, but there's online coming to Nintendo Switch, which is very odd to me.
Seems like a weird Nintendo deal. Yeah, and it's also coming to Game Pass.
I don't know why they'd want that. Oh, yeah, also coming to Game Pass, yeah.
It's also coming to Game Pass, which makes it odd that there is no online. It sucks.
I would definitely want the other way around.
You think it would? Maybe down the line they can get.
Although apparently I read, I don't know if this is true or not, but that online is still split screen. So like you could see the other players while you're playing online. I don't know if that's
sick. That is sick.
Yeah, that's very
that is so funny. Yeah. I love that so much. One other thing.
Cool. Did you ever play GoldenEye back in the day?
I didn't. I want to just check it out because I know that the campaign's going to be in there. I kind of just want to check it out and play it. One thing I also want to note is if you have Rare Replay, you just get this game, which is really cool.
Like, added into there.
Awesome. I didn't see it added. I'd have to look more into that, but I know if you have Rare Replay, you will get the game. So since it is Rare, I would assume it is. Maybe they're adding it to Rare Replay. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, I've played this game back in the day. I don't. I feel like even when I played it, it was like way past its time, just from how first-person shooters controlled and whatnot. But I know. I feel like it's just one you have to have the nostalgia for to really get any enjoyment out of because it controls that badly. But we'll see. I'll be interested to hear your take on it when it comes out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Me and my cousin played Nightfire, 007 Nightfire on the GameCube. He had it on GameCube, so we played that one, which was kind of like the spiritual sequel to
I didn't know
that game. You ever heard of Nightfire? No. Dude, Nightfire is so cool. It's just we just played multiplayer, and you can play against bots and stuff, and like it was just a dumb fun James Bond game.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. Next up, then we got Various Daylife, which is not a farm simulator. It looks like some sort of JRPG going on here.
I don't even remember this game.
I don't either. We'll move on. Next up, Paulina and Diddy Kong are coming to Mario Strikers as DLC, available this month. So if you're playing that game, there you go.
Cool.
Okay, hang on. Let me load up Nibel's recap thing here. And his isn't taking me to his thread. What the hell happened here, Danny?
I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at Nibel's Twitter thread. Hang on.
I can try to pull it up for you.
Replay. No, I got it. We're back. Okay. Next up, we got the next wave of DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We're getting the new wave of the I think it's the third wave of DLC for
this would be the third wave. Yeah,
third wave coming out sometime this holiday, so getting new maps coming out there.
Probably be December, I would assume.
Yeah, I've been checking these out slowly. I just turn this on whenever. So yeah, these are cool. I still don't know why they didn't just move on to the new Mario Kart, but whatever.
Yeah, that's what they should have done.
Too late now. Next up, Golf is coming to Nintendo Switch Sports this holiday. Get a free update sometime this holiday. Not sure when. Is this the first time they added the sport?
Yeah, I think so. We knew it was coming out this year. They still haven't put it out a date, which is weird.
Yeah. Very odd. Add boxing, Nintendo.
Boxing.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's the boxing. I'll pick that up. Shit. Okay, cool. Next, we got some Pikmin Bloom stuff. They updated us on that. I know some people are into that game. Not us in particular. And then we got a Pikmin
No.
4 announcement.
Yeah, I mean, you remember when Miyamoto said they were nearing finish of the game, like in 2015?
Did he say that in
He
2015?
did.
Wow.
He did. It's before the Switch came out. He was like, "It is nearing completion."
They're crossing that finish line still. Taking their time.
This is probably a
by all
game.
accounts, then Daniel, this should be the best game ever.
It's probably a game that they were in slow development of, and they just kind of were holding it for a while. I would assume holding it for the Switch release, and then we're waiting for it to put it out.
Daniel, can you explain to me what is Pikmin? Because I know of the IP, but I don't know what you do in those games.
So Pikmin, I've never even played one, but I know of it. You basically those little people. Each of them are like they do something specific. Like one has like resistance to whatever or whatever. One's bigger. There's like I think the purple one's the bigger one. And like I think they just have different strengths that you can use to do things. So you get a bunch of them to move things or use them for puzzles and stuff. You have to collect them.
So it's like a puzzle game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'll like this.
And there's like a time mechanic or something as well, which
time mechanic, okay.
Yeah,
like
you're like you have like yes, where you have like a certain amount of days I think to do stuff.
Gotcha. That throws me off a little bit.
It throws me off a lot.
Yeah. Huh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to look more into Pikmin because it's one franchise I've never touched and I don't know anything about. But
Olimar's kind of fun in Smash.
Yeah, he is. That's that weird looking guy, right?
Yeah, and he like throws the Pikmin at people.
All right, cool. Next we got a Harvestella demo coming out today, so it's available now. Is this another farming simulator? Sounds like one. Yep. Okay.
It's a farming simulator, and there's like combat in it too, and it's square, so it's probably gonna be pretty good.
Okay, cool. Well, one farming simulator looks good at least. Next, we got a new trailer for Bayonetta 3 coming out October 27th. Yeah, I'm very excited for this game.
Inject this into my veins.
Hell yeah. Can't wait. October 27th.
So
Not far away now. What,
I know.
6 weeks out, so
Yeah.
getting there. Next up, new game called Rain Code coming from the Danganronpa developers.
Yes. Which I love Danganronpa.
Got a cool art style, this one.
Yeah, they have. You can kind of, if you look at the Danganronpa art, it definitely has their vibe. So, I'm curious about this game. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. What is the name of it again? Rain
Code.
Rain Code. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. Next up, we got some Resident Evil announcements. Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2, the remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, and Resident Evil Village are all coming to Nintendo Switch Viva the Cloud sometime this year. I believe on that big Resident Evil day, October 27th, when they're releasing a whole bunch of Resident Evil stuff. So
cool.
Yeah, you'll get them over there on Cloud. So I'm gonna have to try the Cloud on Nintendo Switch at some point.
I think it works more for Japan. That's why they do it.
Yeah. Hopefully it works better over there. I can't imagine that running well. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Unless you're right next to your router.
Right. Can you plug an Ethernet cable into the tablet?
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I mean, Village is like a high tech game too. You know what I mean? Like it's one of the better looking games out on next gen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, someone's looking.
Not on Switch.
Yeah. Next up, here's what we were talking about earlier. Shifu is coming out on Nintendo Switch on November 8th. Daniel, this looked rough.
Look how they massacred my boy.
It was so rough.
Oh my god.
I had to boot up Sifu because I still got that game downloaded. And I was like, I just popped in there real quick because I was like, did it really look like this?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
It really
looks so much better.
I would rather them lower the texture quality and everything lower that. They need to keep the frame rate. It's a fighting game. You can't have.
I mean, the texture quality still was really bad. Like,
I know.
I mean, it was just I don't know. Good luck playing this on Switch.
Like, I would just not recommend it at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It looks very rough, but really cool game. So if you own,
maybe people check it out. Yeah,
I guess go for it. But yeah, I would suggest getting a different console for that or a PC.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, then we got a release date for Crisis Core Remaster coming out December 13th on everything, pretty much all major platforms. Dope.
Yes.
I wasn't
December
expecting a release
13th.
date here, but I'll take it.
Let's go. Which isn't it? This is the same day as High on Life, right?
It is now. Yeah, yeah. Isn't there something else in December now too? I know we
There's
got
four things.
got Callisto Protocol, High on Life, this, and then what's the other thing?
Midnight Suns. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. Good point.
That's the first thing in December.
Yeah.
I think it's like the second or the third.
All right. Well, December pretty packed, jam packed December.
Yeah,
honestly.
insane.
Usually December
Never happens.
has like one thing. Now
Yeah.
It's got four pretty major things. So.
Mm-hmm.
Next up then, where are we? We got a montage going on here. So you got the Life is Strange collection coming out on the Switch soon. Fall Guys Season 2, I believe that starts December 15th. Or not December. Today, I think. September 15th.
Cool.
Disney Speedstorm got a new trailer there.
I wish we got good card games.
Yeah. No.
This game should be great, but it's probably not.
It's a cool idea, right?
Yeah, it should be great. All these Disney characters riding carts, like it should be awesome, but I'm sure it's not going to be good.
Second to last announcement we got was Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I believe this is a remaster of maybe a DS Kirby game. Do you know what this is?
I am not sure when. It is a re-release. I don't remember when this game was released. But...
Trying to look. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, it looks like a former handheld game. So I'd imagine this was like a 3DS game, something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't look.
There's been a lot of Kirby games.
Yeah, we're getting a lot just this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That got a release date of February 24th next year. So
cool.
Yeah, a lot of stuff early next year getting release dates now.
I mean, we already have a lot.
Yeah, we already had a lot, but now Nintendo's like just filling it in with even.
We're jumping in the pool, baby.
Yeah. And then the last thing, we got the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom release date of May 12th, 2023. Got a new little trailer. You got the title reveal that I just read there. There you go. Daniel, are you hyped?
I'm excited. I'm so excited for this game. They showed a little bit of mechanics. There was one thing of him on this rock, and it was like going up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means.
That looks like because it looks like we're doing a lot of stuff in the air, and it looks like there's a lot of like mini islands almost in the air here. So it looks like there's going to be multiple different ways to get up there, and then you're going to be also running around in normal Hyrule. Which I wonder how much that's going to be the same map that we know from Breath of the Wild, because it looks like the map's like breaking apart. So I'm very curious to see what's going on there.
Yeah, I think that might also be like some sort of time mechanic. Mm-hmm. Like it looked like that rock, he was reversing time to make it go back up or something. You get this big winged flying thing. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
Like, are we just gonna be able to fly a plane basically around?
Yeah,
because you have a glider.
I don't know if that was that or if that was like the way to get down. Good point on the glider though. You'd figure you'd just be able to glide down no matter what. I don't know.
Is it just so high you need this to get down?
I'm curious if it's a seamless transition getting down.
Oh, you think there might be a load screen?
I think that's what I was thinking. What if that's the load screen? Like, what if you always land on that flying thing? When you fall off, or if you're just trying to get down.
Interesting. I didn't think about it being a load screen.
Yeah, I don't. That's immediately what came to mind. I hope not.
Yeah, that's what made Breath of the Wild so awesome. Is there really wasn't much loading other than getting into shrines and stuff.
But if there's sort of like two different maps here going on with like a normal base Hyrule and then the upper stuff in the clouds, I don't know. It could be cool. Like it could be fine no matter what, because maybe you're just spending so much time up in the clouds anyways. You wouldn't really need to seamlessly transition to the bottom, but. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of questions. We really haven't seen too much of this game, so I know
they're keeping it tight-lipped.
Yeah, me and you were theorizing we'll get a blowout of this at some sort of early direct next year.
Yeah. If you notice in that logo is hot. That logo is
I'm
hot.
saying this right now. That's like the best video game box art I've ever seen.
That logo is hot with two T's. Okay. But on the Master Sword, if you look at the Master Sword, it changes. It is not.
Yeah, when it's going down,
Yeah, at the bottom half of it is different. I'm wondering if they're hinting at something.
Yeah.
Because there is that other race that they hint at it in Breath of the Wild.
Well, you're right with the time travel thing. Like it does look like there's some sort of like rewinding time mechanic or fast forwarding. Maybe you can like rewind your Master Sword like all the way back to a previous era.
Or whatever that ancient race is. There's gonna be something with the ancient race and time travel, I think. So.
Yeah. And then we saw that one mechanic in the last trailer where you can he popped through one of the little islands.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm super curious to see like the new abilities here going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get all of them and more, or are they kind of maybe take a few and then have a bunch of new ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they will have the old ones even coming back. I don't know. Zelda games are normally so different between each title, you know,
Yes.
where it's not like you get like a bunch of returning stuff.
We
So,
also don't really get a straight sequel a lot of the time.
yeah, and this one definitely seems like it's the most straightforward sequel to any Zelda game, really.
Yeah. So I'm very, very interested in what we're getting here. Like, are we getting the traditional dungeon Zelda? Are we gonna get the shrine Zelda, like Breath of the Wild was?
I would hope a bit of
Um,
both.
yeah, I would. I kind of want the big dungeons again.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice. But because we
Yeah,
really
I
only had
know
like the four
the
from.
Divine Beast kind of took the place of the big dungeons, but even those didn't necessarily feel like big dungeons, you know.
Yeah. So I kind of like them to get the dungeons. I like the shrines. I like little challenges. That's fun. So maybe like
Yeah,
a
that
nice
was my
hybrid of
favorite
those.
part of Breath of the Wild. So I would hope the shrines come back in some way. Like, I don't know. Maybe you could even do more like outside of the shrines, like maybe inside of the map. You know, you could do a
Like the
lot of cool
Korok
stuff
stuff.
in the air and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of cool puzzles and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious. We're gonna need a big blowout of this game at some point.
Yeah, they're gonna do it for sure.
Yeah.
This game's coming out in May. Like no one else released a game in May. Your game doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It comes out in May.
Yeah, so how do we feel about the release date? Because I really like it. I feel like
I think it's great.
Nintendo's claiming their spot right now. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
I don't think there's anything else in May.
we're taking
right?
that early May spot, guys. Yeah.
We have a bunch in the first, at least games that have said they're coming out the first 6 months. We have a bunch coming out in the first like 3 months for sure. I don't think anything else has said May yet. So now, if you're coming out
not yet.
near May, you better at least a week.
The ones
or
I'd
2 weeks.
imagine are somewhere around there would be Starfield and FF16 would be somewhere.
And Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So
I'm assuming
all of those are somewhere.
I think
around there.
FF16 is going to be like August.
I would hope, kind of at this point.
Yeah. And then Street Fighter, I think that could release whenever, to be honest.
Yeah, that doesn't matter too much. Different audience, right? Fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starfield, I don't know. Starfield, I think they should go for that first, that big E3
June?
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always cool when a big game releases on that Friday right before
Last
E3.
of Us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good date to release a game, so I would hope Starfield go there. That'd be a good time for it. A month away from Breath of the Wild 2 as well, so you have
exactly.
a good amount of time there. Yeah.
I think it's a good time, June.
Yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct.
Solid.
Yeah,
Pretty
I thought it
solid.
was solid too. Got a lot of hate online. I was like, I don't know, with the Nintendo fans, calm down.
It's honestly, I think it is. It's just the game's starting to run really bad. They need
Yeah.
new hardware, and they're not getting new hardware.
Yeah,
Or we're
Yeah,
not getting new
that's a
hardware.
big part of it. I think should bring up the Wind Waker and the Metroid Prime
Sure.
remake,
And
rumors
Twilight
going
Princess.
around. And Twilight Princess, right? Those were nowhere to be seen. So I think maybe a lot of people were just expecting those. I know I think we all kind of were the night before, like, okay, those will
We
be
were,
there,
for
but then
sure.
What else will be there? You know?
Yeah, where's that Prime trilogy? Like it was on the Wii.
Yeah, very weird. We're gonna need. I mean, because Metroid Prime 4 can't be too far away.
I mean, there's a chance it could come out in the next 2 years, right?
Right. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like next fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's like you're gonna have to re-release that trilogy at some point because I've never even played one of them.
Me neither. I would love to play the Prime trilogy. They're supposed to all be great.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's move on to the state of play then, Daniel.
Sure.
Where you at, Nibo? First up, the state of play, Tekken 8 got announced. I believe this is the first official announcement. I know we got that teaser at what was it, Evo?
We got the teaser
not
at
too long
Evo.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we get the first official announcement here. Looked awesome.
This game looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
This game looks so cool.
Love the particles, man.
Particle effect, and it seems like they're kind of moving with maybe Kazuma being Kazuya being the main villain, maybe Jin being kind of the hero now, because in the first beginning of Tekken, it was always Heihachi was the villain and Kazuya was the main hero. Jin being his son, like it seems like they're kind of moving on to maybe Kazuya being an antagonist, maybe not a villain, but an antagonist to Jin, which is pretty cool.
You said a whole lot of stuff there. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds cool.
It looks awesome.
I'm very unfamiliar with Tekken. I've played them, of course, but I've never, dug deep into them.
Yeah, this game looks
But yeah,
awesome.
I thought it looked really cool. This was gameplay, right?
They said it was gameplay.
Okay, it looked beautiful for being a gameplay. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. That's what they said.
Yeah, looking forward to it. If this comes out next year as well, big year for fighting games.
Because of how much they showed, I would assume so,
Yeah,
right? Why not?
definitely could. I feel like fighting games always have a quick turnaround too.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
announce
it's
come out.
been 2017 in the West for that game, so for Tekken 7, so why not?
About time.
Yeah.
Next up, we got some VR games coming to PSVR 2. First up, they had Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition coming to PSVR 2. I'd assume at launch, but who knows? This apparently is an old game. I never even knew about this one.
Yeah. It seemed kind of fun, I guess,
They
in
had the
VR,
guy
but it looked a little rough.
from Clone Wars.
I don't remember. Was it Hondo?
I think it was it Han. I can't remember this guy's name. Red jacket. He's an alien. I can't remember his fucking name.
The pirate guy?
Yeah.
That's Hondo.
That's
yeah,
Hondo.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Yeah. I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, cool.
I've been to Galaxy's Edge. There's a ride where you ride in the Millennium Falcon, and he is the one that's like in charge of the thing.
Oh, really? That's cool.
It's like an animatronic Hondo. It was pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't know if I'd buy this game, but like I'd play it for free. I'd play it for free. I'll tell you.
Well, if it's not that expensive and you have PSVR 2, you might as well check it out.
Yeah, I plan
Star
on
Wars?
getting a PSVR 2, and obviously I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so yeah, I don't know. It depends how much that game is.
Yeah.
Then they showed a game called Demo.
Demio.
We'll go with that. It's a some sort of card game in VR.
With like D&D figures, right?
Yeah, and they were like actually moving and
they're like
doing this stuff, doing the abilities and whatnot.
I like how you can like you could probably like get close to your little D&D pieces and stuff. That seems pretty cool.
So you into this one?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hasn't this game just been out already on
I don't know about this
Quest?
one. I know the Star Wars one was. Yeah, it's probably safe to assume both have been out already.
Actually, I feel like I've heard this game on Quest before.
Have you? Okay.
But this game seems really cool.
Yeah, all it says is in development for PSVR 2. So
okay.
I'm not sure.
If I was gonna get PSVR, yeah, maybe I'd check it out.
All right, cool. Yeah, that won't be one for me, but nonetheless, cool thing to fill out your portfolio with.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the announcement of Like a Dragon Inchin coming in February 2023. This is an old game that released in 2014 in
Yeah, I was
Japan.
curious about the date. Did you look it up?
Yeah, I did look it up. It's 2014 this game
Cool.
came out, and now it's being completely remade in what looks like the new whatever the Yakuza 7 engine was, being remade in that, and now it's coming to the West finally.
Yeah, this looks so sick, dude. This game looks awesome.
It does look really cool.
I do want to throw in a little story here while we were getting to this first Yakuza announcement. They've talked about with these next 3 games. I'm kind of spoiling a little bit. With these next 3 games, maybe potentially moving to Unreal Engine 5, because they're using a proprietary engine called, I think, the Dragon Engine. And they're saying it's kind of starting to like, maybe we need to get a big upgrade for it or move to Unreal 5. So they're trying to figure out what they want to do.
So would like Yakuza 8, I mean, we'll get to it later, but would that be the last one made in this engine?
If they're moving.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to just take Dragon Engine and update it, which they could do that.
Interesting.
But it seems like these 3 games next are really maybe the last of how Dragon Engine is right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I mean, I just played.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, this game looks great, man. This, I love that they're remaking it for the Western audience and making it look beautiful and stuff like that. It's a really cool idea. I think the combat looks awesome too.
Yeah, we're getting the brawler combat with a sword and a gun.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I love it when he whipped out the gun. I was like,
It's so
"Alright, let's
cool.
go."
Can we talk about Zelda's how hot that logo is? How hot is this logo too?
This one's great. This is a
Oh
great
my
one.
god.
The leaves kind of in the like silhouette of him.
Yeah.
It's great,
Oh, so good.
I think it got an exact release date at the summit. I think it was February 21st, 2023. Right around
Ooh,
there.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so that is coming out early February, early next year as well, or late February.
I don't think
excuse me.
Gaiden has a release date though.
No. Okay.
I don't think so. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Next, they showed off some PlayStation Stars stuff, and no one cares. This is when everyone got up to go take a piss.
It's gonna be like accolades.
Yeah,
It sucks
I know.
because that lady seems very nice. She seemed very nice.
Nice lady. Okay, great.
We'll move on.
At least they put her there. All right, yeah, we'll move on. Next up, they showed a game called Sin Duality. Coming in 2023.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
This is some sort of mech game.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to think about this game. Wasn't really for me.
Yeah, me neither. Next, they showed off a new trailer for Project Eve, and they gave that an official name of Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar
This just looks
Blade.
like a Korean Bayonetta, and you know what? I'm all in,
You
baby.
into it?
Let's
Is
go.
that what this game's made in Korea?
It's a Korean developer. I found it interesting that PlayStation was publishing this game. I thought that it was just shown at a PlayStation conference, but the fact that they're publishing is interesting. So it probably won't come anywhere else, maybe PC, but
You can
interesting.
pick up for them, especially if some smaller Korean studio needed the money. It's not a
Yeah.
bad idea. I'm always down for that type of stuff. We just saw Xbox do that with the As Dust Falls developer.
Mhm.
It's cool when you guys just throw them the money and end up publishing it. It's fine with me.
Yeah, this game looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I really liked it when the gun got really big.
Oh my god, it kept growing.
Yeah,
the,
it
the
just
gun
kept
got
going.
big, and then it got bigger and bigger, and then she shot it.
Cool art style as well.
Yeah, yeah. Visually stunning. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder if they're using Unreal 5.
Yeah,
we know?
let me look here.
Yeah, is there anything
Sometimes
with?
they show it. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see
sometimes
it.
they show it. Okay, and I'd be curious if they are,
But
because
yeah,
that
it
game
looked
looks
really cool.
great.
We're getting closer and closer to. I remember watching that Final Fantasy movie when I was a kid, the FF7 one. We're getting closer and closer. Video games actually just looking like that when you're
Looking
playing
like
them.
Advent Children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's great, man. What a time to be alive.
I mean, we're getting there. It's good. This gen, we're getting there.
Definitely. Next up, a new game from Team Ninja called Rise of Ronin was announced. We got some gameplay mixed in with this trailer, a little bit of story stuff. I thought this game looked awesome.
This game did look awesome, and I think this actually, again, I think this is PlayStation publishing it, which is weird. But hey, so I think it's only going to be PlayStation and maybe PC as well. Yeah, this game looks awesome. Team Ninja is very busy because they have a game coming out in the beginning of the next year, first
Yeah,
6 months of next year.
Wolong
Wolong,
Dynasty.
yeah.
Wolong, yeah.
Fallen Dynasty.
Fallen Dynasty.
So, man, I know the Team Ninja's a big team, so they're probably simultaneously working on these games. But yeah, this game, I think, what they say, 2024.
Yeah,
right?
2024 for this game. It is a console exclusive. So was Stellar Blade. It says it right
Mhm.
here. So yeah, those are both console exclusives. Yeah, I thought this game looked really cool. I really liked it when he brought out his glidey thing. A very unique looking glidey thing.
Yeah.
I know these guys make Neo, so I don't know if they're going more the Souls route with this game. It didn't look like that though.
Wolong, I'm pretty sure he is.
So maybe
Wolong looks
Wolong's
way
the
more like Neo.
Okay, cool. So maybe this is going down like the Ghost of Tsushima route, maybe.
It could be, yeah. And
more of
even
an open world game.
even has like a musket. He like stabbed the dude and he like shot him with it. And
A lot
like
of guns and weird
a lot of-
times, you know.
yeah, it's super cool. Well, that's kind of the end of the samurai era, was when they started introducing kind of like old guns and things,
Sure.
muskets and
Very long
flintlock
gun
pistols.
that he has here. I'm looking at
Yeah.
a picture right now.
super cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has that like Assassin's Creed, like Ezio's little flying machine. That's kind of what he was flying on.
That was it. That was it exactly.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. That's what went to my
God,
head when
remember
I
how
saw it.
stupid that part was in Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
Made you
Where you
fly
had,
through
like-
those little fucking hoops.
It was like the smoke, you had to hit
Yeah.
it to like keep going or whatever.
God,
So I hate that part.
that was a horrible mission.
Yeah, the game looked really cool. What a cool
Yeah.
name.
Another beautiful looking game. This
Beautiful.
is only on PS5 as well. So yeah, it's good to see developers start developing for only next gen systems.
Move on. It's been 2 years.
It's time. Okay, cool. Last thing they showed then. Well, first they showed a collector's edition DualSense for God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
You like the DualSense unit?
It's okay.
Yeah, I thought it was. Okay too.
I
I wasn't big on the color scheme. I like the wolf thing in the middle, but blue and white.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it looks fine. Like I like that they're doing more.
Yeah, that's
IP
what
on
I
stuff,
like
but-
these. Like maybe this one in particular wasn't for me. I would have loved the Horizon one because I feel like you could have done some really cool shit with that. But I like that they're doing these nonetheless.
Yeah.
And then we got a big trailer for God of War Ragnarok, a story trailer, which I did not watch. I clicked off as soon as it started
Yeah.
going because I was like,
They
2 months out, I don't need to see anything.
they didn't really show that much, to be honest. Like it was a pretty good trailer.
This
there
seems
wasn't
to be the trailer. I didn't watch it, but I mean, everyone is speaking very highly about it now. I saw the tone on this God of War Ragnarok game change almost immediately. It went from this is DLC to 2018 to oh my god, this is gonna be game of the year. I mean, at least on internet consensus.
I mean, I already thought it was going to be a game of the year in contention, anyways. But I I mean, this trailer, it didn't do any. I'm already way too excited for the first one or this sequel, anyways. So the first trailer was, it was enough. I mean, it did look, very similar. The reason why people are saying that is because there wasn't as much gameplay in this. It was all cinematics.
Sure.
When you actually see a lot of the gameplay, there are going to be changes, but it's going to feel like 2018. Like I think the reason why is there was a lot of more cinematic stuff in this trailer.
Yeah, I'm just it's where I see a day and night difference on the internet of people's consensus around a video game, and I feel like this trailer gave it that. It gave it the bump this game needed. I think a lot of people wanted to see more, and I feel like they saw more, and people are happy with it now.
I mean, they haven't showed a lot, right? Yeah, and the fact that they showed a lot of cinematics in this means they're holding a lot back for the actual game. That means they're probably pretty confident in this game, which is exciting. I'm excited for the game.
Yeah. I did see the gif of Kratos throwing the axe and Thor throwing the hammer, and they clashed. I was like, that's cool. That's cool.
Can I tell you one thing?
Sure.
About that?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, there's no spoiler, obviously, but when they do that, then there's another shot. It like cuts to something. It cuts back to them, and then they're swinging it at each other, and then it cuts, cool. And that's the end of the trailer.
God, so
cool.
I'm fucking looking forward to this.
So
game
cool.
A lot. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that was the state of play. Yeah, it was pretty okay.
It was short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Yeah. I think the
Nothing
most
too
disappointing thing to me overall now is that there won't be a PlayStation Showcase this year. More than likely. I mean,
I've told you this before. If they have nothing to show, don't do a showcase.
And that's a good point, right? Like we don't need a bunch of like early announcements and stuff like that. Like they could have brought out a showcase and just announced a bunch of stuff that's for like 2025 and beyond and stuff like that. We don't need all that. I agree, but it is a little disappointing to me that we won't get a traditional big PlayStation blowout this year.
Well, we only know 3 things that they are even doing. We know PSVR 2 stuff. That's including the Horizon game. Then we know Spider-Man is 2 supposed to come out next year, and we know Factions is probably supposed to come out next year. But that's kind of it for PlayStation. We don't know a lot of. That's, I'm assuming 2024.
Well, yeah. Oh, you mean just for next year in general? I'm pretty sure you just laid out their next year.
You think honest. That's it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think is a pretty good year still, honestly. With
solid year, yeah.
Yeah, especially if you can come out with a good launch lineup for PSVR 2, and then
you probably need to ride that for a good while. Yeah,
and then obviously Spider-Man 2 will be like their highest selling fucking thing ever, and then
coming out in September, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I agree. And then if Factions does hit next year, I think that'll be pretty big for them.
Yeah, I would assume that maybe. I'll take a shot. Ooh, I'm gonna Babe Ruth it. That's coming out in July.
July, you think? Earlier than Spider-Man? Interesting. Yeah. I would go like November next year.
I think they're getting it out before because they're gonna try to get it around the show.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
We have to see how far along. I don't know. My only hesitant on that would be we've only seen concept art of it.
Sure.
We didn't even get like a teaser.
I could be completely wrong.
At the
it could be 2024.
Yeah, no, it totally could be. And I mean, they could end up just relying on Spider-Man 2 next year, and then obviously VR early in the year. So, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. They might have. This isn't them in particular, but Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, whatever it's called now.
Mm-hmm. Rebirth.
That might come out, and then FF16, obviously.
FF16, that's right.
PS5, that'll come out next year. So, yeah, I don't know. Very curious.
I guess you could say Forspoken, but again, these are Square games. They're not Sony games.
Yeah.
I was more specifically Sony.
Yeah. There's a lot of studios that, we have a lot of rumors of what those studios are making, with like Astrobot and Ghost of Tsushima 2 and stuff like that, but we don't have concrete details on that. So I would have expected a showcase this year, but.
Yeah, it's odd. It's odd. I guess these teams are just so far out.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Definitely, yeah. All right, cool. We will move on then. Let's move on to the Disney Marvel Showcase, Daniel.
Cool.
This one was hosted by Kind of Funny's Blessing Adeoye Jr., which was very cool.
Yeah. He did. He killed it. And I'm going to say he was the best part of the whole thing.
He was, definitely. I agree. It's cool to see just, some kid that was just, hosting a podcast is now hosting a big Disney
He was one of us.
Showcase thing. Yeah, he kind of was, right? I don't know what he did in particularly before Kind of Funny. I know
he
did a podcast of some sort, but
he did a podcast with the guy that's at Game Informer now, the Alex from the guy from Game Informer. So when he went to Kind of Funny, they kind of stopped their little thing, and then he ended up getting a job at Game Informer.
Huh. That's cool. I never knew that.
Yeah, and now look at him. He's hosting a Marvel
Yeah,
showcase or a
Disney
Disney
Marvel
showcase.
showcase. That's cool.
Insane.
Awesome to see. All right, first thing they showed there was a new Tron game, Tron Identity, coming from Mike Bithell in his studio.
Yo, this was awesome. Let's go,
What
Mike.
type of game was this? I forget now.
So it's they showed way more after the fact with the whole D23 event. So it seems like it's going to be more visual novel, more narrative.
Cool.
Which he's done narrative games before. There's he had like Subsurface Circular or something like that. It was supposed to be like a narrative robot game, which I've always wanted to try out. And I know Bithell has really good writing, so having a Tron game, like the fact he got that IP, it's so cool. Like I'm weirdly excited for it.
Yeah, they showed some pictures here. It looks like you get a lot of dialogue options and stuff like that. This looks really cool, actually. Cool art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tron's just a cool universe, even though like I don't really think the movies are that great.
Yeah, you know the only reference I have of Tron is that Kingdom Hearts 2 level.
Yeah.
That's
What about the
literally
Daft Punk soundtrack?
No, never.
Oh, dude, that
never
Daft
heard
Punk
of it.
soundtrack to that last movie, it's sick.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I love Daft Punk.
maybe this game will get me super into the Tron universe. We'll see.
It could, yeah.
Next up, they showed Disney Illusion Island, excuse me, announced for 2023. It's a 2D platformer with where he plays Mickey Mouse and you play Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Kingdom Hearts side characters getting their shine here.
I can't believe they're like taking Kingdom Hearts characters and getting a spin-off game.
Yeah, very
crazy.
odd. I don't know.
Crazy.
Weird idea. I don't know what they did. Apparently, they made a whole amusement park somewhere in Florida around Kingdom Hearts side characters.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's a whole thing.
I need to stop the show. We need to go.
That's what I'm saying. We should probably go there.
Go meet Sora there.
Yeah.
So this, correct me if I'm wrong. This is only on the Switch, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Only announced for
That's
Switch
weird.
right now. Yeah. Good one.
Good
to
gift
lock down for Nintendo. Yeah.
Yeah, good gift for them because like this game should be everywhere.
It looks cool, honestly.
It's a little odd too because like that dev wasn't their last game Battletoads for Xbox.
Oh, is this them?
I think it's the Battletoad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a developer on these pictures, but
Yeah, I forget the name of who what their name is, but I'm pretty sure that's the Battletoad developer.
cool. Yeah, looks interesting. 4-player 2D platformer, so something good to play with kids, I'd imagine.
Yeah, if it's good, I might check it out. I like platformers.
Next up, we got a new trailer for Marvel's Midnight Suns and a release date of December 2nd, 2023. Daniel,
It is coming out this year.
Yes,
Yes. Me and Sloan are so excited. We've been talking about this game the entire year because it was supposed to come out in March, and then it was supposed to come out a little after that. Then they delayed it to October, and then they delayed it indefinitely, or not indefinitely, but like maybe next year. And then nope, it's come out in December. So awesome.
Yeah, good to see. December 2nd now. I was gonna pick this up on the October date. Now I'm like, I don't know. That Callisto Protocol right by there, and High on Life, and then Crisis Core. December's packed.
In December is
It ended
insane.
up coming out in a worse time.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it is coming out like 10 days before Callisto. So maybe you could still pick it up.
Little time there. Okay. We'll see. You're picking this up though, right?
Definitely, 100%.
Definitely. Okay, cool. Next up, they showed a mobile game called Marvel Snap.
Yeah. So apparently, this was a few creators of Hearthstone that are making this game.
Oh, this is the card game one. Excuse me.
This is the card game. Yeah. I'll check. I might check it out when it comes to iOS. I don't know when they get a full release on iOS. I might check it out just to try out I like card games and I love Hearthstone. Hearthstone's awesome. They just kind of ruined Hearthstone later with updates and stuff, but some creators of Hearthstone making a Marvel card game, that sounds cool to me.
Yeah, doesn't sound too bad. Next we got a new look at Aliens Dark Descent. And this reminded me that Disney now owns Aliens. And I was like,
Ripley is a Disney princess.
Wow.
Think about that for a
That's a good
second.
point. Is she a princess in those movies?
No, but
No.
I'm considering her.
Isn't
a Disney
there
princess.
alien queen in those movies?
You could consider her a Disney princess as well.
Yeah, that one's a Disney princess.
Yeah. So is Leia.
Oh yeah, so is Leia. Huh? Leia, Jasmine, and the Xenomorph all hanging out at like a fucking tea party.
Oh my lord! I hate
party.
the image of that.
We got some new characters then coming to Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh yeah. We got what? The one
let's
from
see.
Obi-Wan. What was her name again?
some with an R. I can't remember.
Reva
Reva.
or
There you
something
go.
like that.
She's there with her cool saber.
Yeah. They showed someone else. Was it Rex? They show Rex in that
I don't
trailer.
know. One of these characters in this picture has some sort of clone trooper here. I don't know.
Okay.
Is that Rex? Doesn't Rex have orange on him?
No, he's blue.
He's
He
blue?
has
Okay, well,
he's
maybe
blue
that's
with all
Rex then.
his he has like a bunch of markings on his helmet.
Okay, we're gonna assume this is Rex then.
My boy, it's one of my favorite characters.
Definitely.
I think Cassian, right? They're getting Cassian for the new show. I think I saw him.
Is that who this is? I thought it was Qui-Gon.
I think. Well,
Can't
he has a
tell.
blaster, right?
Can't tell. He does have a blaster.
You think Qui-Gon's just shooting
This
people?
looks like Jesus. I don't know who this is.
Yes, Cassian is Jesus for sure. That's confirmed.
All right. Next up, they showed off Gargoyles Remastered.
Oh, they announced it. They didn't show anything, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
Gargoyles Remastered is one of those old school Disney 2D platformers.
Did you play this one?
No, I played the Lion King one back in the day on Sega Genesis, and I hate that game with a burning passion. That game is so hard, Daniel.
It looks pretty though.
Yeah, it does. It looks beautiful, but it is so hard, unnecessarily hard.
Yeah, there's like no checkpoints, right?
Yeah, oh man, I remember I could always get to like the second level of that game, never passed it. Incredibly difficult.
Do you know if the remastered had some like life updates?
I'm sure they
Quality
added
life
like
updates?
a save point. I should buy that and then go back and beat it just to redeem my childhood self.
Tell your childhood self, I did it.
There's a good chance that game is the reason I don't like 2D platformers.
Oh no!
There's a good chance the
no.
Lion King gives a reason.
You did this to me, Simba.
Yeah, really.
Long live the
really
king.
Good music though, I'll tell you that much.
Of course, legendary.
Next they showed off some DLC for Disney Speedstorm. Monsters Inc. characters are coming to the game. We talked about
this
game
game's
on
free to
the
play, isn't it?
Direct. Is it free to play? Huh. Maybe I should check it out then. Maybe I'll download it. Okay, cool. Then we got a mobile game for Avatar. Avatar Reckoning is a MMO RPG shooter coming to mobile.
No.
Not into this.
Why did we not?
A lot of words there.
Why did we not get the other Avatar game?
Which one? Oh,
the main
Ubisoft
Avatar
one?
game.
Oh.
Yes.
It
wasn't in
we'll get
either
to that
thing.
fucking Ubisoft showcase.
It wasn't in either one. Where is it? Where is this Avatar game?
It's still weird to me that Disney owns Avatar.
Did you know Zoe Saldana is a Disney princess as well?
Wow.
What is her name? Nala or something?
She's two Disney princesses now. Well, I guess Gamora isn't necessarily a Disney princess.
No.
No.
What is her
Unless it's
character's
somewhere
name? Do you remember?
In Avatar?
Is it Nala or something like
I
that? No,
have no
Nala. No, Nala is the lady from
That's Lion King.
Lion King. Yeah.
No, it's not Nala.
I think it starts with an N, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but
I've
Zoe
not
Saldana is a
watched
Disney
Avatar in
princess.
10 years.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Zoe Saldana, also a Disney princess, coming at you. MMO, mobile RPG shooter, whatever. All right, cool. Then the last thing they showed, well, second to last thing. Where's the name of this game? There was no name apparently. Anyways, this is Amy Hennig's.
Oh no,
new
to Amy
Marvel game.
Hennings, there was not.
There was not a name. Wow. Okay. Whatever. Interesting.
Very odd. I know.
Yeah, that is odd. Amy Hennig's new Marvel game got a quick little teaser trailer, I'd imagine, and we found out this is a game where you're playing as Captain America and Black Panther, set in World War II, somewhere in France.
And two more characters.
And yeah, so it'll be 4 players and all. You also play as Bucky, and then do we know the fourth character?
No, you don't play as Bucky. So you
Oh,
play
it's
as
not
Captain. No, you play as Steve. You play as T'Challa's grandfather as the Black Panther. You play as a Wakandan spy, and then you play as a Howling Commando. I think his name's like Gabriel or something like that.
Oh, I thought that was Bucky.
That was not
interesting.
Bucky. No,
Should have been Bucky.
they named all 4 in like the presser.
Did they? Okay.
I forget all of the other names, but yeah, and it seems like this is single player, not co-op.
Yeah, so we
which
got
is good.
a little bit of details afterwards. She said it's sort of in the vein of Uncharted. We know you're going to be playing all 4 of these characters, and I believe that's really it.
Yeah, it's pretty. It seems to be pretty much it. She also said she wanted it to be playable by everyone.
Interesting.
I don't know how that translates to the game, but it seems like she wants everyone to be able to experience this game. in a way.
So I'm
So
assuming it's a
maybe
very linear story-heavy game.
that's what I'm getting. Yeah.
Where you jump between these 4 different characters. Who knows if you're going to be able to just do that on the fly, like if you control that yourself, or if it's like linear, you're playing as Captain America one mission, then you jump to Black Panther or something like
That's
that.
what I'm probably thinking.
Yeah.
Set missions.
This sounds a lot like the details that came out about her Star Wars game, because there was you were jumping between characters in that as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just that guy.
Yeah, I remember Gary Whitta talking about it forever
Okay.
ago, and I think it was 4 characters again in that as well.
Interesting.
So she clearly has some idea here with jumping between
she's
4
still
characters in a linear fashion.
She's still making a Star Wars game, so I don't.
Through Skydance now.
Yeah, she's doing a Star Wars and a Marvel game. So interesting.
The one I'm referring to is whatever the Project Ragtag was. So.
Right. Yeah, I'm excited.
This sounds really cool. Like, what an interesting idea to play is, if you just like pitched me like, oh, there's a Captain America game coming out, I wouldn't think it's set in World War II France, and you can also play as Black Panther. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a unique idea, even though it's just another superhero game. It's a unique idea, like in that space. It isn't what you would think it would be.
And having the 4 characters, I think, is super cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like having 2 like hero characters, but then also, 2 kind of normal fighters in this war as well. I think have nice change of perspective throughout the game.
Definitely. Yeah, sounds really cool. Hopefully we get more details soon. I don't know. How far out you think this game is?
2024 at the earliest.
Yeah. I'm right there.
I assume this is before the Star Wars game, and I would assume that's 2025, 2026.
Yeah. Okay, so probably waiting a little while on that one, but nonetheless.
I think those are 2 different
cool
dev teams, I think.
Okay.
I would assume.
And what, she's just like leading both?
I think she's the head of the whole Skydance Games division, so she's probably just hands and everything, I would assume.
Nonetheless, good to see Amy Hennig getting back into games.
She seems like such a nice. She seems like such a nice person, and it's good to see her get a win.
Able to release a game since Uncharted 3, man.
Yeah,
so
she needs a win.
10 years at this point,
Yeah. Was that 2011?
Yeah, 2011. So long, man. And then the last game they showed, Marvel World of Heroes, some sort of mobile game.
Yeah, it's Niantic.
Okay. Well, I thought Nintendo was partnered with them.
No, they are, but Niantic is their own thing.
Can do whatever the fuck they want. I guess.
They did something else too after Pokemon Go. It didn't do anything. This game's just not going to do anything.
Okay. Weird they ended it with this.
It was. It didn't make any sense.
All right.
Very weird.
That was the Disney Marvel Showcase. We'll now move on to the Ubisoft Showcase. Ubisoft Forward is what they called it. First thing they showed is Castlevania characters coming to Brawlhalla. Interesting.
Cool. Brawlhalla gets a lot of they have a bunch of different IPs in there. I think the Guacamelee guy, Juan, I think he's in there.
Is he really? Wow.
I think he is, yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit. Someone's interested in that. Next, we got a deep dive into Mario plus Rabbids. What's it called? Sparks of Hope?
Sparks of Hope, yeah.
Coming out pretty soon. I think that's October 15th. So what, exactly a month?
Somewhere around. No. Oh, it's the 21st. There's 3 games launched on the 21st.
Okay. Yeah, so about 5 weeks out from that.
Yeah. So close. I'm so ready for this game. I love the first game, so.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I'm not super into it, but it looks great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we got some Skull and Bones information. Big deep dive into that. Looking all right, I guess.
Yeah, if somebody's looking for a cool pirate game, it's.
I like the sim aspect to this game more than I do whatever you're doing, going out on missions and doing combat and stuff like that. I like the idea of just having a pirate ship and a crew and just sailing around the seas and doing whatever the fuck. That's cool to me.
Yeah, I mean, you just play Sea of Thieves at that point.
Yeah, good point. Looks beautiful though, I think.
It looks pretty good. Yeah. It looks better than I think people probably thought it would.
Yeah. Coming out November 8th, so.
Nothing else around that time.
No, nothing at all. So they got a clean slate in November. Next up, then they showed off the Division Heartland, the Division mobile game. I believe this is right.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the pictures. This is definitely a mobile game. Yeah, this looks okay. I wish Sims was here because I know he's a big Division fan. I don't think you're too into it, right?
I played a beta for one of them, but it seems like a cool series. I just never checked it out when it launched. And having a mobile game of it, absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not super into it either, but whatever. They gotta do something with that IP, I guess. So there you go. Next up, they showed Rainbow Six Mobile. There'll be a closed beta coming this fall for that game. Doing anything for you?
Cool. No, why not just give me a normal new Rainbow Six Vegas 3?
Yeah.
How about that?
I would kill.
Give
For
me
a
Vegas 3. Come
Vegas
on.
3, I would love.
I know. Come on.
And then we moved on to the Assassin's Creed showcase, Daniel. This is
A showcase within a
a
showcase.
showcase, the Inception showcase. It was blowing my mind here. I was like, wow,
I
you
can't
you
believe
can
they
do
said
that.
Yeah, I can't believe that's how it worked.
Oh, we should mention
Insane.
first. This is I don't know. Nibel has this ordered weird, but Valiant of Hearts 2 got announced.
There was a Netflix block where they announced 3 Netflix games.
Oh, okay. So this is only on Netflix.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
At
at least at launch.
was Mighty Quest 2
Mhm.
and
was
Assassin's
another-
Creed Mobile.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
also
what it
it's
was.
Netflix thing. Okay, that's why they announced it in the Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
showcase section. Wow.
Yeah, at least at launch those games are Netflix. At least Valiant Hearts they said exclusive, but it could maybe come later to other platforms.
Very cool
odd.
one to get a sequel though. You know,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever the fuck platform it's coming to. I think it's that was a really cool game back in whenever that came out in 2014.
It didn't click for me, but it was a cool game.
Yeah, cool game. Cool idea. I don't think I ever beat it, but cool game. Cool guy, never met him. All right, and then back to the Assassin's Creed showcase. They announced a live action Netflix series coming at some point in the future.
And there's like an animated, right? So there's like 2 Assassin's Creed
Well, if
projects.
you remember a while ago, there's that whole like Ubisoft teaming up with Netflix announcement.
Yeah.
And like I guess this is just part of that. So I don't know. I'm expecting like a Far Cry show at some point,
Ooh.
Maybe a Rabbids
Michael
show.
Mondo?
Ooh,
Give me the live action boss. Come on. That's what I
Now
want.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Netflix Assassin's Creed, that do anything for you?
Not until I see something.
I watched like maybe 30 minutes of the Michael Fassbender Assassin's Creed movie.
I would like to watch it.
Awful.
I would like to
watch
see it.
Don't
I
watch
want to see it. I want to see it. I like Michael Fassbender.
The what are they called? The Animus? Is
Mhm.
that what it is? Yeah, the Animus was super weird in that because
Like a claw machine, right?
Yeah. He just like stuck into the back of his head like it was the Matrix, and then he would like actually do the movements he's doing in there, but he would just do it like on a table in real life, and I was like, all right, oh.
It couldn't just be like the normal Matrix where you sit on a table, right, and then jack them in. No.
No. He had to be able to actually move.
Yeah, that's not how the Animus works.
Yeah, you gotta understand the Animus. Apparently we're not fully in the Assassin's Creed showcase section because here's the Just Dance 2023 game. I don't know if you're
Okay.
into Just Dance, but here it is.
I mean, people like that game.
Just Dance actually takes place in the Assassin's Creed universe, Daniel.
Abstergo is the one that develops it.
Right, they're the dancers.
Dancers.
The Templars are the dancers. I don't know what's going on in Assassin's Creed anymore. Man. I just don't know. I don't know. I need to watch like a lore video to find out what's going on in like current day Assassin's Creed.
You know what? Maybe I should do that too. That sounds fun.
Does sound fun. Sounds like a good time. Okay, now back to the Assassin's Creed stuff. The first thing they showed them was Assassin's Creed Mirage. We got a cinematic trailer of this, and I could not believe we did not get gameplay of this. I was like,
yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's probably coming out next fall, so you have time. Probably
That's
E3.
fine. If it's coming out next fall, fine. I'll give you that. Jason Schreier's saying spring, so it's like, okay, if it's coming out 6 months from now, what are you doing?
Sure. Yeah. I think it looks great. Like I'm excited for a old Assassin's Creed. It is but more budget. I think that they're charging 50 for it, so that's cool. It's going to be probably a smaller, tighter experience.
50 for it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on. I saw it on some website. They showed a picture.
They
of the
felt bad because
cost.
this one doesn't take 120 hours to beat. Sorry,
Just 100.
Because I guarantee this game's still going to be like 50 hours long.
No, I think they are letting it be a little bit more
I hope, man.
concise.
This is why we need a gameplay of it. Like, I need to see exactly what it is. I need to see like, are we changing the gameplay? What are we doing? How does the open world look? I wanna like see them open the map and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know. I was very disappointed. We only got a cinematic trailer of this.
Yeah, I love seeing Baghdad. Beautiful.
Yeah, that is very cool. Everything looks beautiful around there. Everything sounds so cool. Again, I just need to see gameplay to know if
Yeah,
I
show me
can
the
be
game.
excited, right? Then they showed Valhalla's last expansion. It's called Valhalla: The Last Chapter.
Hmm.
That'll be coming out. So I gotta imagine this is coming out before Mirage.
I assume this is in the spring.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe those got like switch around at some point or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we got into, well, first they showed that mobile game that we mentioned earlier. It's codenamed Jade.
Hmm.
That'll also be playable through Netflix, I guess. So can do that.
I think those might be two different games.
Oh, two different games. Okay. Well,
I think Jade is its
two
own thing.
Assassin's Creed mobile games coming at you.
Yeah,
Very
which is
odd.
funny because it's Assassin's Creed Mobile, probably for a Chinese audience that is in China.
Yeah, yeah, good point. For a mobile game, this looks quite beautiful, though. I will say.
Sure, I'd like to see what it looks like running in mobile. I'm not gonna play it, but
Yeah,
like,
if
show me
these
what
are
it looks like.
screenshots like of the open world, then it looks pretty good.
That's good.
And then we move on to the Assassin's Creed Infinity stuff. So, yeah, we talked about the rumors of this last week, and now they got confirmed. Assassin's Creed Codename Red was revealed. This is the one set in Japan, being made by the Assassin's Creed Odyssey team, Ubisoft Quebec.
Yeah, I was making our thumbnail. I was like looking at a bunch of pictures. I zoomed in on that picture. That is an Assassin's Creed lady. So
Oh,
I'm
this is
assuming it's
female.
only gonna be. I'm assuming it's only gonna be probably just her. I'm gonna guess.
Okay. And then they showed the Assassin's Creed Hex again. We only got a short teaser logo trailer about this.
Very Blair
Uh,
Witch.
Yeah, very Blair Witch. Look kind of creepy, you know.
Yeah, and this is what's his name? I forget the dude's name. He was a old Splinter Cell developer. He also just did Watch Dogs Legion. Directed that.
I'm
I
trying to
forget
see
his
if
name.
it says it here. Yeah, I don't see it here.
But this is the project he's doing next.
Okay, cool. So that'll be his team. The Odyssey team will be working on the Japan one. They also said they're working on some sort of multiplayer experience to go into this Assassin's Creed Infinity thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Bring Assassin's Creed multiplayer back. It was cool. You can like hunt people down and like stab them. You had to try to figure out who's who. It was cool.
Maybe don't.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was like, it just reminds me of like peak the time when everything had like a random multiplayer
Yeah.
mode in it, you know, for no reason. The Assassin's Creed Infinity though, how are you feeling about this overall? Now that it's officially announced, we officially know it's coming. We know that they're gonna be joining the future installments of Assassin's Creed are all gonna be in one game. There's gonna be some sort of hub element there, and you're gonna be able to go out. There's gonna be treated like kind of DLC to Assassin's Creed Infinity. How are you feeling about it now?
It seems like it's not going to come out until 2024 with Codename Red. So I don't know. The way I'm getting vibes of Destiny. Kind of like this. Infinity's not a game, and I think he said that it's not a game itself, but it will be a hub for all of the games. So the way I took that is the Infinity part is the real life part, the like present day part where you're in the Animus bouncing around, I would assume, to the different games. That's kind of how I took it.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
think you're probably spot on. You'll be walking around in current day, and then have some sort of hub. Maybe that's where they incorporate multiplayer. Maybe you can like go meet up with your friends at the Abstergo building or whatever the fuck. Go grab a Starbucks or something. I don't fucking know.
I mean, that's what yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then y'all hop in your Animus and go off to feudal Japan. I don't know.
But the idea of it, I guess it seems kind of cool. I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like in practice, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
curious to see how well this works. You know, because it's an interesting idea, and I understand the idea. Like it could work really well. But again, I brought this up last week. I just wonder how samey these games end up feeling. You know, with them all in one engine in one game.
I don't know. To their credit, they do a pretty good job of letting like the atmosphere kind of feel like that atmosphere between all of their games. Like two feeling like Rome, and Origins feeling like ancient Egypt. Like Like they have a vibe. So I'm assuming they're going to keep that. Um, what do you feel like the whole
I
thing?
just feel like, is it gonna feel like a new game? Is it gonna feel like I'm getting a new Assassin's Creed game, or is it gonna feel like I'm getting DLC to the last one? You know, and then is that just gonna continue on and on for years? You know, am I gonna be sitting there in 2030 playing the fifth installment to Assassin's Creed Infinity game, and it plays exactly like the Feudal Japan one did in 2024? You know what I mean? Like that's my worry.
So what I'm going to ask you then, how does Destiny the Witch Queen sound to you compared to Destiny Beyond Light?
I mean, I know they upgrade those so much, but that's like the same thing to me. Like I would jump into a Destiny 3. You're not gonna get me to jump into an expansion for Destiny. You know what I mean? And that's my worry, is that does Assassin's Creed just become that?
Yeah, I don't know. I Destiny I think does a good job of keeping everything kind of feeling the same, but doing new things and cool things.
But
Um,
it's also a different game, right? Like that's a multiplayer live service focused game, right? Like you
I
want
think,
new things so you can go and play with your friends and
but I
jump
think you
around
need
and
to
do all
maybe
that.
start thinking of Assassin's Creed as more of a live service thing.
Yeah, and I guess just that's my worry. You know, is like
Yeah,
we're now bringing the live service model into single player games. You know, which I don't like the idea of that.
I mean I don't like it in any way.
Yeah,
I might sound like I do. I don't. I don't want any of it. I don't like the battle pass system. I don't like the live service system. I love Destiny, but Destiny can be do it. Like I don't need it all to do it. I'm getting a game in 2-3 weeks that is completely revamping how they're doing the game, which is Overwatch 2. They're doing an entire battle pass system, and they're just trying to gut this game that I love. Even though I'm going to check it out, and hopefully it's good. Um, I don't know. I don't like the live service model, but I think we have to give them a chance, I guess. But we'll
yeah,
see.
I'm down to give him a chance. That's why I wanted to see gameplay of this, because it's like, okay, this should have blown me away. Like Assassin's Creed Infinity, if this is your plan, this is gonna be your infrastructure for the next half a decade of Assassin's Creed game. That I wanted to see gameplay of that, and I wanted to be blown away. But all you gave me was a fucking logo, you know?
I mean, they're not even. I mean, not even really, because they don't even have a title.
Right.
Like you're not getting Infinity until 2024. So
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's too early for gameplay, anyways. But again, we didn't get gameplay of Mirage either, which is the next year.
yeah,
So it's like, okay, well, what are we doing here? You know.
right.
But yeah, in a world where every multiplayer game now seems like it's a live service game, I don't want that to leak over into single player games.
It's going to,
Yeah.
sadly, and I think the big one that's going to be doing it, and we already know, is PlayStation.
Oh, 100%. But will there, like, God of War Ragnarok isn't a fucking live service game? You know what I mean? Like,
Not right now.
not right
Maybe
now, but like,
God of War
maybe it
reboot.
is. Yeah,
You know,
sure. But
maybe.
I just don't. I don't want them to announce, hey, here's Ghost of Tsushima 2. This is going to be a continuation for the next 10 years of Ghost of Tsushima. You know
I mean,
what
they
I
could
mean?
be doing it with The Last of Us.
They could, and we know they're making it, but that's a multiplayer.
I'm just throwing it out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I just don't. I don't want this leaking over into my single player experiences. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think The Last of Us is supposed to have single player stuff, but it is multiplayer focused. But they're gonna start doing it. So
Yeah. Well, we
crazy.
know they're making a shit ton of live service games.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I just would hope that they also continue to make their single player games. But we will see. We will see. All right, Daniel. That's gonna do it for Ubisoft Forward. We'll now move on. Let's go to the RGG Summit.
Oh baby,
Hop
Daniel's
over
eating
there.
good this week.
Yeah, this is actually very good. I watched this at like 5 a.m. and I couldn't find
I didn't watch the whole thing.
I couldn't find English subtitles. So I was
Should I
sitting
go
there.
and watch it? Is it a good presentation?
I mean, they speak Japanese the whole time, so you have to read subtitles. But it wasn't bad. It was kind of funny when they brought out all the voice actors. They're all
Then
dressed like
I'll watch
Yakuza
it. I'll watch
members.
it.
Yeah,
Cool.
This is
I
actually
need to
pretty
watch
cool.
it.
Okay, cool. First thing we got then was another look at Like a Dragon Inshin. This is where we got the official release date.
Hmm. Okay, cool.
Trying to see if I can find it now. I think it was February 21st. Yeah, I don't see it here. Oh, if I find, I'll let you guys know. But then they had a big announcement of what is this game called? The Man Who Erased His Name. Like
Gaiden.
Dragon Gaiden. Like a
Hmm.
Dragon Guide and the Man Who Erased His Name. This will be a sort of a spin-off to the mainline
Hmm.
Yakuza series where you play Kiryu in
Ish.
between 6 and 7.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said that it was supposed to be a smaller project, so it's not going to be a very vast Yakuza game. They're probably trying to put Kiryu where he was in 6 and where he was in 7. So, um, which is interesting. Like you don't really know it because you start with Kasuga in 7, so you don't really just get to see a lot of what he was doing.
Yeah, yeah. This is interesting to me for someone who hasn't played 6, but I did just beat 7. So I saw Kiryu popped up. I obviously knew who he was from the other games, but I was like, oh, apparently he was missing and doing stuff. So it's an interesting idea to find out
They
what he was
hint at
doing
it
that
with
whole
that
time.
title.
What, like where he was and what he was doing and stuff.
Yeah, say the
Yeah,
title again.
the man who erased his name. Well, he erased his name. Yeah, yeah. He was nameless in Yakuza 7 too, so makes a lot of
Yes,
sense.
he was.
Makes a
Yes,
lot
he
of
was.
sense. Yeah. You into this then? Coming out in
Oh
2023.
my god. I'm getting 2 Yakuza games next year. Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know how
Uh,
I feel about this one because I'm super into the turn-based combat in Like a Dragon, and I'm assuming this
mhm.
one won't have that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be into this one necessarily.
I'm assuming so as well, but we don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we don't know.
But
Let's see here. Maybe it says it. It says it's more like the classic Yakuza experience action
okay,
adventure.
then it will.
Yeah. So I would think this is gonna
That
be
makes
your
sense.
your
Kiryu's a brawler.
brawler one. Yeah.
He's gonna beat you up until Kiryu's a brawler until
Until Like a Dragon 8, which also got announced coming in 2024, and there'll be dual protagonists. You will play as Ichiban and Kiryu.
yeah, my boy's coming back with silver hair.
With silver
Let's
hair too.
go,
Yeah.
dude.
I was like, what is he, a nobody now? Cool.
Uh,
From Kingdom Hearts.
yeah, he has to look different. He has to
It's a
look
Kingdom
different.
Hearts reference, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. This is nobody.
Yeah,
You're
this
right.
is nobody. It's got an X in his name. Kirix. I don't fucking know. But yeah, Daniel, here you go. Yakuza 8 coming
Yeah.
at you. Changing the name now of the whole the series going forward too.
This
Like a
seems like
Dragon.
for announcements. Like I'm wondering if this is just kind of the announce because it is called Like a Dragon
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, whatever in Japan. I'm wondering if that is what they're gonna stay with that now. Was 7 just to ease the Like a Dragon name first,
Oh yeah.
and then hit it with Like a Dragon 8?
Well, I guess spoilers for Yakuza 7, but the Yakuza pretty much dies in Like a Dragon. So
Yeah.
I guess that they kind of had to stop calling it Yakuza.
Maybe thematically, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm curious about that because I'm cool with it. It doesn't really matter to me. Yakuza is just a cool name. I'm kind of tired of hearing people try to pronounce it and not pronouncing it right, but it's just me.
How do people pronounce it?
Yakuza.
Oh. I guess I probably do that all the time.
No,
Yakuza.
you do both, but I understand.
Whatever.
But I know you. I don't know some of these other people.
Sure. It's people that you don't know that are fucking annoying. I hear you.
Yeah.
But no, Like a Dragon 8, I'm super stoked for this game, man. I can't wait.
How do you feel about the two? I know you haven't played all of them.
Yeah,
They usually will have 2 you could play. There's a
Oh,
lot of the
really?
games. Yeah, I would say
I
1
know
through
Zero had that. I didn't know the others.
0 did, 1 through 3 didn't. 4 has 4 playable. 5 has 5 playable.
Ooh,
6
that's too much.
you're just bouncing different chapters.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. 4 I think is better than 5. I like 5 though. 6 I think is only Kiryu, and 7 has. I mean technically they're all playable even though you're playing just Kasuga, but they've done dual. It's probably going to be similar to 0. So 0 I think every couple chapters you would switch, but they're
Between the two.
together.
Okay.
So I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, I wonder if you'll just have 2 separate parties because we know this one will be turn based. So, yeah, I wonder if they'll just have 2 separate parties and you'll get to know a lot more characters that way. I don't know. It's interesting to me. I would hope they don't bring back too much of Kiryu's past because I haven't played too much of those games and I don't necessarily want to go back and play it through all those just to understand the story of Like a Dragon 8. But no, it's cool to me. I'm very attached to Ichiban, so I wouldn't have minded it at all if it was just Ichiban's story. But yeah, if they want to add both of these guys in, sure, why not?
Yeah. And the way that they did it in 0 was Majima and Kiryu really weren't together, so they were kind of doing their own thing, and you would just bounce back and forth.
Cool.
So this seems like they're together. So I don't. It's probably going to be a little different. But like I'm wondering if Daigao and Majima and Saijima they're doing that security business. So I'm wondering if
Maybe
that
that's
the
a
four
part
is
of it.
that the four crew right there?
Yeah.
Daigao, Kiryu, Majima, and Saijima,
That would make sense, right?
and then Kasuga's crew
Yeah.
will be his crew.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be in like two separate cities too, or something like that.
What do you think Kiryu's going to be in
Kamurocho or whatever.
Kamurocho,
Yeah. Then Ichiban's back in wherever the fuck he lives.
Yokohama?
Yeah. That would make sense
That
to
would
me.
be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
I'm
kind
very
of how
curious what the
Zero
overall
was.
story is here.
Me too. Me too. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
Kiryu
let's
is
go. They're
back,
saying
and he's the
early
face.
2024, so
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah. All right, cool.
Getting
Looking
so
forward
much
to it.
Yakuza, and
Got a lot of Yakuza.
I
from
am
that show.
full. Eating so good.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for all the different showcases, Daniel. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Mini
That's a
E3
lot.
is over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess Tokyo Game Show's going on right now, so kind of continue.
Oh, I already threw some things in Tokyo Game Show. We'll talk about some. Some I guess we'll talk about next week.
Cool. All right, we will move on then to some Xbox news. First up then, head of 343 Studio Bonnie Ross is leaving the studio, citing a family medical issue as her reasoning. Studio veteran Pierre Hintz,
It sounds about right.
sure, will now become the new studio lead, effective immediately.
Yeah, and there was like two other people also. It seems like her job is being split between a couple of different people.
Yeah, it seems like it's going in three different directions. There's a female, I forget her name. She's
Yeah.
heading up the management side of like something else, and then some other guys heading up some other side. You're right. They're heading up. They're kind of splitting their job in threes.
Which makes sense.
But I know this Pierre guy was apparently responsible for getting the Master Chief Collection back on track with
Okay.
with the seasonal content there and stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, this is kind of sad. Bonnie is important. She's been a part of
there from the
Microsoft.
beginning, right?
She's been a part of Microsoft for I think over 30 years. She was there when Xbox was founded. They put Halo in her hands after Bungie in what 2011 or whatever, like 2010 I think actually when 343 was founded. Like it sucks. Hopefully her family's okay. Seemed like she wanted to be there until the end of the year and couldn't. It kind of feels like people are trying to make her as some sort of scapegoat for 343. Kind of tired of the story about 343 at this point. I think people's just expectations and people are just way too content hungry all the time for everything, and it's just annoying. But I hope Bonnie the best. It'd be cool if she maybe stuck around with Microsoft. Maybe not necessarily 343, but maybe took a different role somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe she'll come back at some point.
Yeah, maybe when her family's back, maybe sometime next year or whenever she's ready, maybe she can be maybe sort of in the executive seat with Phil or something. But who knows? What do you think?
Yeah, I think they certainly needed some sort of change over there, right? With the way 343's year has currently been going and the content rollout of Halo Infinite. I don't know if this is necessarily it, like I don't know if Bonnie was necessarily the problem with anything, but yeah, it's hopefully the new studio league can just get it back on track, get people happy with the seasonal content and the different rollouts and stuff like that. I don't know. They just need to announce new content and a lot more of it. I think they're in this. Halo has joined this live service era now, of multiplayer games, and with that comes expectations of content and like a lot of it, So that's why they're kind of just been getting shit on the last 6 months because they're not ready to go yet with all this different content. So yeah, hopefully this new league can get it back on track. He did it already with Master Chief Collection, so I don't see why he couldn't do it with this. Still think the base game of Halo Infinite is great. So I think
It's better than 95% of video games.
Yeah, so I think when they do get their content on track and they do get a good rollout going and stuff like that, people will be right back on board with the game.
Yeah, I'm with you with like Bonnie not really seeming. I doubt that Bonnie was really like had that much to do with it, right? Like, I mean, it can't be. There's too many people there.
What was she gonna do? Make all the content herself?
Right. And if you want to say, if anything, she actually helped Halo Infinite because she was the one that convinced Staten to come back.
Right.
And Staten was the one that turned the whole thing around. She saw that Staten, could do this. So, it'd be cool if Staten, maybe could get a higher seat, but maybe he didn't want it. Maybe he's good with where he is now. But yeah, sad to see Bonnie Ross go. We'll see what she does next, and hopefully her family's okay.
Definitely. Next up then. We talked about the GoldenEye thing already, so we know GoldenEye is coming to Game Pass as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Next up then, Deathloop is coming to Game Pass on September 20th. As long as some new content is coming to the game on both systems and PC. This game's out on PC, right? Yep, on PC as well. What's it called here? The Golden Loop update will be coming to the
Yeah.
game on December 20th.
That's going to be like a part of the whole thing now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Apparently there's an extended ending with it, which that sounds really cool to me.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Dinga Bakaba say that, and I didn't know that they did that. Like, I had no idea that they did an extended ending, but
Yeah. Interesting this got announced at the Tokyo Game Show. But nonetheless, very cool.
why not? I mean, it's in September. Might as well. Like,
yeah. I think we were
that's
all
when the game was
expecting this
released.
game to come to Game Pass fairly soon. So, yeah,
100%.
the year-timed exclusivity is up on PlayStation. So, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, this game's gonna kill it
Yeah.
on Game Pass.
Play this game. This game's awesome.
Yeah, perfect time to play it.
Definitely. Next, then, also announced at Tokyo Game Show, Guilty Gear Strive and Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle are coming to Game Pass in spring 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Guilty Gear Strive, I know a lot of people are looking forward to.
Yeah, that's those are both Arc System Works fighters.
Good team up then on Xbox side. Get some Japan games going. Speaking of Japan games, Ni no Kuni 1 and Ni no Kuni 2 will be available on Game Pass. Ni no Kuni 2 will be on there in 2023. Ni no Kuni 1 is on Game Pass now.
And guess I just installed it because I've always wanted to play the game.
Oh, have you? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's got Ghibli, who was the one that did the art for the. They did the art for the first game, and I think they just kind of kept the art for the second game. I don't think he actually redid anything, that team, but Ghibli did the art for the first game.
Cool. There's a cool like town building simulator aspect to that game I've always been interested in.
Oh, really? In the first game?
I don't know if it's the first game or the second game. Is the second game out? That's out. Yeah. I think
It's
might
been
be the
out,
second
yeah.
game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
there's like a Pokemon mechanic. You're like catching little creatures.
Yeah,
or
there's
something.
a bunch of shit going on in those games.
Yeah, I
You'll
want
have
to check
let
out
me
this
know how
first
that
game.
is. Yeah. Next up, then, the Xbox PC app is getting some new updates, including how long to beat integration. It'll now show you on the game's homepage how long it takes to beat the game from that website itself, right?
From the Game Pass PC, yeah, I think you do when you're at the
Yeah.
store. There's like a little bar or something.
Yeah.
Which is super cool, and I hope that they do that for consoles. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah. Why
Good
why
for
not, too? Just have it on, like, that little homepage section when you click on
Yeah.
the game? Yeah.
Yeah, like good for how long to beat getting integration. Like that's super
Right.
cool.
Yeah, they must be getting paid.
Yeah.
Come on, Phil. Where's that checkbook? Yeah, very cool. I hope that comes to console as well. It's a very cool idea. Should come to all consoles as well. You know, PlayStation.
Yeah,
write them
come
a
to
check,
PlayStation,
Nintendo,
go to
write them a
Switch.
check. Yeah,
Yeah. It's a cool little feature.
it is definitely. Next up, then we got a new character for Overwatch 2. How do you pronounce his name, Danny?
I've only saw it once. Let me see. It is Kiriko.
Kiriko. There you go, Daniel. You gotta be excited for this, huh?
Oh yeah, they have a little trailer of her abilities and stuff. So she's a support character. She's another healer. She has like kunai that she throws as her like main regular attack. She has like a healing ability she can throw that actually tracks to people, which is actually pretty cool. You're not, I guess, it's probably gonna be limited healing because it tracks. So, but you're gonna heal. She has like a thing she could throw down to like make people invulnerable for a second, which seems very powerful. She has a teleport to a teammate, and you could do it through walls.
Ooh.
But you can only teleport to a teammate,
I
so you
like
can't just be
that.
teleporting anywhere.
Teleport to a teammate. Okay.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. And then her ultimate ability is she like sends her fox out in like a straight line, and then I guess when you're on the line, you move faster, you deal damage faster, and your abilities go faster.
Damn.
Seems pretty cool.
You got a lot of
She seems
abilities
cool.
in this game, huh?
And she can wall run. They show in the trailer she wall runs.
This game's gonna be free to play, right?
This is free to play.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will check it out then. I never really got into Overwatch 1, so.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
curious
a little
to check
different.
out
It's gonna be
Overwatch
5v5 instead of 6. I'm hesitant, but I love Overwatch, so I'm definitely gonna play it.
What's the date on this? It's
October
something, right?
4th.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like no one's talking about it. Like
It's
a
the
big
free-to-play
deal.
model.
Overwatch 2 is coming out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It
that's
should
all
it shouldn't be
is,
free to play.
Okay. Well, next up then, moving on to some PlayStation stuff. Epic Game Store has listed Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection coming out on PC October 19th. I believe that got confirmed today.
And I was just gonna say it was just confirmed today,
Cool. Just
by
confirmed
PlayStation
today.
themselves.
There you go. Coming to PC October 19th. Still weird you can't play the Nathan Drake collection on there, but whatever.
Yeah, you want to play 4 and then the bigger standalone expansion game to 4?
It should be a crime to not play 1 through 3 before
Yeah,
4
it
too as
would.
well. So it's
It
like
would.
I don't know what you're doing here, but
Because
nonetheless,
literally in 4, they ask you what your favorite one was.
yeah. Whatever though, Uncharted 4 is a great
They're all-
game. So
They're gonna put Last of Us 2 before Last of Us 1 on PC.
that'd be great. That'd be great.
Oh, guess what? They put God of War 4 before 1, 2, and 3.
They did do that. They did do that as well. Technically, the God of War 2018 is like God of War 7. So.
Oh, if
God
you
of-
wanted the mobiles
Yeah.
or the handhelds and the what was the other one?
There was 2 handhelds and then God of War Ascension on PS3.
Tension.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah. So yeah, PlayStation continuing on with releasing its games backwards on PC. There you go.
Just put them all out there. Come on.
I look forward to the mods though on this. That'll be fun. See, fucking Baby Yoda on the memories on the back of that car. He's like holding that rope. He's like sliding.
I have a
through
funny
everything.
mod.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's gonna. There's two-parter. Ready?
Okay.
Indiana Jones
That'll be a good
and
one.
Lara Croft.
Those are both really good, actually.
Just completely replace Nate.
Yeah, that'll be a fun time. All right, cool. Next up, then, in the world of PlayStation, we got some first impressions of PSVR 2 coming out from different gaming media outlets.
Yeah, people got some hands-on.
Yeah, Danny, have you looked into these at all? I haven't really seen too
Yeah,
much.
I saw a little bit. I saw some up-close shots of the sticks and then how the whole kind of apparatus around your hand, which I guess is where they're going to do tracking and stuff, like finger tracking or whatever.
Got track
I
those
got
fingers.
to see the headset and kind of how it goes on, and the Pulse headset over it. And then I saw like a little bit of stuff from Horizon, but not a lot. There might be more gameplay out there. I didn't look at it, but it seems like a pretty cool device. I just they need to really start talking about the price. I think soon.
They're gonna save that for the end because it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're gonna need the console and it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be expensive. I would not expect this price to be low at all. Yeah, I haven't seen too much from these, but nonetheless, very cool that people are getting their hands on it finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense if it's come out in the spring, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be early next year, so we will see. We will see. Next up, then, David Harbour will be in the Gran Turismo movie. He'll be playing a retired driver mentoring some hot young stud. That's direct from the press
I can't
release.
believe you put that. No, you put that in there. That is not direct.
That's direct from the press release, man. That's what they said. Yeah, David Harbour, GT movie.
Mhm.
How you feel about that?
Yeah, that's
I like David
interesting.
Harbour,
I like
right?
David Harbour. Yeah.
he's cool.
I mean, mostly just from Stranger Things, but
He was cool as that guy in Black Widow.
oh, completely forgot. You know what? David Harbour's great.
Yeah,
he's
he's
gonna be
great.
great in this.
He's
He's just a charming actor, you know.
He'll be in Thunderbolts as well, so
That's true. That's
there you go.
true.
David Harbour getting busy.
Mm-hmm.
Can they film Stranger Things season 5 first? I really don't want to wait 3 years for that.
I guess I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess.
Can we just get him to agree to do that first? And all those kids, because those kids are gonna be like 25 by the time that last season comes out.
They're gonna look like adults.
Mike's gonna have a fucking beard. Hey, 11. I'm like, oh, guys.
Same with Will. Will's gonna
Sounds
just be an
sick.
adult.
Oh god, I can't even deal with that. All right,
That's so funny.
David Harbour, GT movie. Yeah, gonna be a weird movie. Gonna be a weird movie. All right, cool. Next up, then, EA is making a Koei Tecmo, or making a game with Koei Tecmo. Excuse me. What kind of game is this, Daniel?
They haven't announced. They're
They
just
haven't
partnering
announced.
with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some to develop the next great hunting game. Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. It
Concept
seems
art
like
of a cool pink tree.
it seems like this game might be some sort of Monster Hunter. They want to get into that kind of vibe. I know that's a pretty not tapped genre for everyone. So, I think a lot of people are going to try to tap into that co-op aspect. Because if there's that rumor of Xbox doing one with Creative Assembly, doing a 4-player Monster Hunter kind of game, so
Mm,
I
interesting.
think everyone's going to kind of want to dip their toes in that Monster Hunter pie or
Yeah, sounds
beach
about
or
right.
pool,
It's a
whatever you
good
want to
way.
call
I
it.
mean, you'd assume PlayStation with all these fucking live service games, they're gonna one of them will be a Monster Hunter, like, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, that'd be cool. A Horizon one, I think a lot of people were theorizing about. That'd be a cool idea.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
down a bunch of giant robots with your friends. That'd be
I
fun.
think that makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, the EA has the IP they can use, especially if EA owns the IP or owns this game. They're just working with Koei Tecmo. They could. I mean, EA has a lot of cool IP, so
It'll be
who knows?
something weird. I'm trying to think of
It's
what
gonna
would be.
be. It's going to be a Madden
Mm,
Monster Hunter. It's gonna be Madden, NHL, FIFA, and Skate. Those are the 4 playable characters.
you play as Brett Favre taking down a giant monster. I don't fucking
Brett
know.
Favre, Wayne Gretzky,
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think of an NFL player. All I can think of is
Rob
Brett
Dyrdek,
Favre, right? Yeah,
and
Rob
Michael
Dyrdek.
Jordan.
Uh,
And
I'm
Michael
actually
Jordan
into it now. Never mind. Yeah, this actually sounds really fun.
taking on monsters.
All right, cool. Well, someone's into that. Maybe Mass Effect. That'd be cool. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Well, next up then, Babylon's Fall is dead. It will be terminating its service on February 27th, 2023. Daniel, I know you're a huge Babylon's Fall fan.
Number one.
I know, yeah, literally the only one.
I'm the only one. That one guy that was streaming it in May was
Yeah,
me.
that was him. That was Daniel. He's here. He's on the podcast. Good thing we have you. Yeah, here you go. It's dead.
Yeah, it sucks for those devs. They worked
This is
hard to make the
platinum,
game,
right?
but yeah, it was. I think it was the second platinum team.
Yeah.
But hey, not every game could be a live service game, and not every game that is gonna work.
That's
It's
the
just
problem with all these live service games,
yeah,
man. Is like
that's
only a small handful are gonna work, and like
PlayStation
you know how
is
hard it
going.
is to pry away people from their current live service game. You know, it's
PlayStation's
incredibly
gonna
difficult.
realize when they're gonna do all these live service games that they're not all gonna work. They're gonna be burning a lot of money to do this when they already have Destiny. So I don't know.
I feel like you know, out of like the 10 live service games, they'll be lucky if one works.
Maybe two.
Yeah.
It's
I
probably
mean, maybe that's
factions,
their
right?
fucking plan, right? Like, is like okay,
Well,
hopefully
that
one
just
at
seems like
least
you're burning
sticks.
money.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
Are they
idea is
are
there.
they making that many just to see which one clicks and then who cares about the others?
I
Is that
get
the
it'll
point?
be like a bunch of different types, right? Because obviously, like GT is one, right? I mean, I don't know if that's one of the 10, but like that's a live service game at this point, so
Sure.
that's a racing game, right? And it's like, okay, I get that, but it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd.
Very odd indeed. Anyways, rest in peace, Babylon's Fall. We hardly knew you. We went over Crisis Core already. Next
Yep.
up, then, Reiner is leaving Game Informer after nearly 30 years. I'm not too familiar with Game Informer, so this is all you, Daniel.
Yeah, so Reiner is that's a big deal. He was instrumental in Game Informer's, popularity, him and Andy McNamara. So, the fact that Reiner's leaving, being the head and editor in chief of Game Informer, does not look good for Game Informer. They just announced Matt Miller, who's pretty much the last older person there. Is just Matt Miller. He's going to be taken over as the editor in chief and I guess the head now. And they've already got layoffs earlier this year. They had layoffs when Ben created MinMax in 2019. Game Informers just keeps getting hit with layoffs. It's just not. I don't know how much longer they have. Like in order to keep that brand alive, they need to be stripped from GameStop, and I just don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of layoffs in games media this week, just in general, right? A lot of layoffs going on in G4, a lot of Fanbyte stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of layoffs going on over there. I wonder what's going on exactly.
it feels like maybe some of them hired a lot in, the pandemic, and then are now laying off some people. But I don't know. I think a lot of these media companies are just trying to do stuff, and there's just too many of them out there, and they're just not working.
I mean,
and
times
especially
are completely changing too in video games media. Not maybe. I mean, they have been like just slowly changing to just I mean, majority of people now just go to their favorite YouTuber and stuff to get their video game news and stuff like that. Go to their favorite podcast and stuff like that. Get it all there. They're not necessarily clicking on these websites or reading magazines anymore.
these websites are hurting
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, like I can't. I mean, it's not like I log on to Fanbyte on a daily basis, like I do for this show when we have like an article that comes from there or something like that. But that's really it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's going to, a specific content creator. That's where it's all at, right?
Yeah,
Like IGN, they're the biggest, but I'm sure they've got hit by a lot of other creators just taking all the clicks, right?
even
Weird.
IGN is just like I used to listen to all their podcasts. I don't listen to a single one of their podcasts anymore. You know.
Game Scoop.
I haven't listened to GameScoop in a matter of months.
No.
At this point. Yeah. I mean, I still really like GameScoop. Don't get me wrong. I really like that crew, but yeah, I don't know. It's strange times. You know, it's everything's
Strange
changing.
times.
I feel like these big gaming websites can't really stick around when I can just get the same exact thing from one single YouTuber. You know.
Sure. I think Reiner's going into game development. He didn't really say
Interesting.
where he's going, so he's going. That's what happened to Andy McNamara. Andy McNamara is like, he went to EA for like some sort of creative director or content director, not creative, content director or something like that. So, pretty crazy.
Cool. All right. And then our last news story, we got some new Street Fighter 6 characters. We got Ken, finally. Got super long hair now. Wow, look at that.
They're all looking older.
Yeah, they are. They're getting older, you know. They're gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Who else we got here? Blanca, cool, little green guy running around.
Electric.
Yeah, Electric. That's this guy's name?
He like
Oh,
you ever
he
see
shoots
Blanca?
electric,
He
okay.
yeah, he like has electricity all around him.
Yeah, he certainly does. Certainly does. Some guy named Honda.
Honda. Do you not
E-Honda?
know these people?
No, I know Blanca.
These
and
are
Ken.
all old Street Fighter people, all of them.
Yeah, listen, man, I got so many characters in my head. I can't remember all these.
Okay.
Yeah, how you feeling about these?
You forgot Dawson.
Okay, Dawson too. There you go.
Dawson. Yeah.
Dawson.
It's classic. He has the stretchy arms.
Oh, is that
Come on.
the guy with the red tattoos? Or stretchy legs? and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Oh, okay, he's cool.
He is cool.
I'm into it.
Finally, they announced Ken. Like, you're not gonna have a Street Fighter without
These
Ken.
are pretty much
Come
all
on.
the characters we expect to be here, right?
You would expect. I mean, I don't remember who was in Street Fighter 5, but these are classic characters. Like, we're still waiting for the full cast here, but I know it got leaked, so I'm wondering if all of these were in the leak. But cool. Street Fighter 6 just continues to look great. They had they showed it off at Tokyo Game Show. There's like an arcade. You can go play like arcades in it as well. They showed a little bit more of the story mode.
Yeah,
Street
I'm gonna
Fighter
have to
6
go
is just
check
gonna be
out
great.
this, all the Tokyo Game Show stuff. Missed all this.
Yeah.
And then I lied. Our last news story is actually there's a Resident Evil showcase happening next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Oh, we also got confirmation Resident Evil 4 remake will launch on PS4 as well. Wah, wah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess Resident Evil 2 remake did as well, and that game looked great. So
It did, but I don't know. I would have hoped they just, especially for a remake, just go full board next gen. Did Resident Evil Village ever even come to last gen systems?
I think it did.
It did. Okay.
I think it did.
If that game can run on there, then sure, why not? But that'll do it with the news, Daniel.
Yeah.
Busy week. Mini.
So much happening. That wasn't even everything. I probably could have put in more stuff.
Yeah, thank God we didn't. We'll now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, what you been playing, bud?
So still Dark Souls. Still playing a lot of Dark Souls. I've beat the Blighttown area. I went and rung the bell. I beat the snake lady. Or not snake lady. I'm sorry. Spider lady. Really hot spider lady. Like
She's
she was a
hot.
spider, and then like half her body was her normal body. Hot spider
Like a
lady.
normal human body?
Say it again.
Like a normal human body?
Yeah, imagine
Okay,
like a centaur, but with a spider. right?
So like the top half is a spider.
The top half, no, the top half, no, 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 no. The top half was human, and the
What
bottom
are
was
you
the spider.
attracted to here, Daniel?
The spider part. I
The
like the
spider
legs.
part. Okay,
I'm a
okay.
leg person. Uh,
I
so I
really
killed,
I like my women with 8 legs.
yes, with 8 legs and 8 eyes.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I killed the spider lady. Then I went to that gate. We talked about that gate place opening. I went through the gate,
Oh,
and
okay. I've
there's
been
that.
to this gate.
It's called Sen's Fortress.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you beat Sen's Fortress. I did beat Sen's Fortress. You have to like go all the way to the top of it, and you fight this big golem on top of this building.
Golem.
Beat him, and now I'm in Anor Londo, which
Wow,
is like,
what a name.
it's a cool name, and it is a beautiful place. It is very gaudy and like super good architecture. I guess this is where the rich people lived in this area. So working my way through there, that's kind of where I stopped. Um, what else am I playing? I played a little bit of Rogue Legacy 2.
Ooh.
Just a couple hours of that.
I bought this
It's
game
fun.
when it came out, and I was like, "Yo, why did I buy this?"
Yeah, support the dev,
It's
right?
not that it's bad. It's just
Yeah,
not my cup of tea.
sure. It's just a fun game. I just like running around doing runs. Like I'm not. It's not completely clicking with me, but I'm having a good time. Like I think it's a charming game. I like trying the different classes. That's what I've been trying to do. Unlock the different classes so I can try them. And I like the idea of each each time you do a run, you pick a different heir, and each heir will have different quirks. Like I had one that one quirk. I think I was playing a, what are they called? I think it's a Valkyrie or something where you had like a spear. And her quirk was she was a vegan. And so if I don't know how much you played of the game, when you like break stuff, meat will pop out, and that's how you can heal yourself. But since she was a
I thought.
vegan,
Oh, okay. I know. Go ahead.
I
Go
would
ahead.
take damage from eating the
Oh,
meat.
that's smart.
Actually, that's what
Smart.
ended up killing me.
That's what happens
I
to actual vegans too.
100% you
Yeah,
die.
they die.
I was like on top of, or there was a candle above me, and I hit it. Wasn't really paying attention because I think an enemy was there as well, and then a piece of meat just fell on top of me and killed me.
Damn. I hate it when that happens.
I hate it when it
I
happens.
hate it.
We also there's also a one I got that was like a compulsive gambler or something like that. I forget the name. I think it was compulsive gambler, and the whole run that I did just hitting with gold. Like it was like a gamble for every chest you would open, how much gold you would get, and it ended up being like I got like 1,000 gold in like one run. I
Damn.
was able to like upgrade a bunch, and I have not gotten that compulsive gambler again, but it was a fun run. I'm enjoying the game. I I'm having a good time. I really did it to kind of just check it out because I do like roguelites. But I mean it's not perfect, but I enjoy supporting them, and
One of the
it's
higher reviewed games of the year.
yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's I'm still trying to figure out how to get to the boss because I found where the boss room is, and I couldn't figure out how to get in there. I needed like 2 items or something. So I guess I have to explore this first area more to find where the items are. Um, but yeah, I have a good time with that.
Cool.
I then the last thing I really played was this morning. I checked out like the tutorial level for Metal Hellsinger.
Yeah, I got to download it. I haven't been able to check it out.
I just did that tutorial level.
Cool.
It's not really for me. I'm
Nah,
not
you don't think
real
so?
crazy about attacking on the beat,
Hmm.
but I love everything else about the game. I love the art style. I love the soundtrack. I love the idea of the entire game. But attacking on the beat, it wasn't clicking for me. Maybe if I played it more, it would help. So I'd be curious to see how you like it.
Yeah, I played the demo and I was into it then. I can't remember too much, so I'm gonna have to retry it, see how much I'm into it. But yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, the idea of it is very cool.
right. Yeah, I mean, we want more Doom likes, so
Yeah, it's one of them.
yeah.
Cool. That it then?
Yeah. I'm still gonna play Dark Souls. There's a game that just came out today called Wayward. something Wayward Strand. I think this was at the Nintendo Direct. It was the one where there was this like little girl on this flying ship. It was like 2D, and she was talking to the people in this nursing home.
Is this a Strand game?
This is a Strand game.
Wow, look at
This is
that!
the
Look at
second
that!
Strand game ever.
Way to go, Kojima.
And it's like a narrative game where you play as like this girl in this nursing home talking to people, and I'm not really sure how the actual setup is. I know there's like a time mechanic in it, but yeah, I'm interested to check it out. It's supposed to have like really good writing. So Alana just did like an interview with the two writers of the game. So
She's
uh,
busy.
yeah, so I listened to that interview a couple days ago, and I'm like, you know what? Where's this? When's this game coming out? And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play it. They convinced me. I'm gonna
Honestly,
play
I
it.
thought she would have got hired as a writer at Santa Monica, and then just
Do
been
nothing
like,
else.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not fuck
Nope.
this whole
She's
online
doing more.
persona even more. Yeah, now that she's doing even more stuff. It's like, all right. I would have just if you get
She
a
doesn't sleep.
stable job like that, I would have just been like, all right, bye internet. You know what I mean? Delete my Twitter. Fucking out of here.
She does not sleep.
Yeah,
No way.
I guess not. I guess not. I have been playing. I haven't been playing too much. I played
Okay.
more Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Are you trying to get the plat?
So I was going for the platinum. I've given up on the platinum for Yakuza Like a Dragon because it is fucking crazy. It's
Yeah.
the last dungeon. I forget what the tower's called. The Millennium Tower or something like that.
That's the name of that building. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to do it again, but it's now like a dungeon, and it's as hard as it possibly could be. It is like by far the most difficult thing in that game, and
Okay.
it is.
Is there a level cap to the game?
Yeah, so I mean, you cap at level 99, but then you can also raise your
Okay.
job levels. And the thing that put me off from getting this, I was down to get, one of my jobs to level 99 and then my overall level to 99. I was down for that, but then I was reading how you beat this Millennium Tower, the final Millennium Tower, I think is what they call it, and you have to get a bunch of different abilities and moves through these different jobs. So you have to level different jobs for different characters all the way up
Certain
to like,
levels. Yeah.
yeah, all the way up to like level 60. And that's just like a grind because you also have to get like their main job to level 99, and then you have to get multiple other jobs to
I'm sure
very
you don't
high
have
levels.
to, right?
You pretty much do because you need it for certain ones will be weaknesses to certain enemies, and you're pretty much gonna need those
I
weaknesses.
see.
Like you could try to get away with it, but like good luck,
Do you have to beat this on a certain difficulty though? Can you just put it on easy?
No, there's only one difficulty in this game.
Oh.
There is no difficulty option. So yeah, it's just that base difficulty. So it's pretty much like unless you're like really fucking lucky and good, you have to get these jobs to certain levels.
Interesting.
So it's like
So
I would
you
be
giving up on
sitting
that?
there for like another 40 hours just grinding away at these levels, and like I've done everything else. I've done all the other dungeons and stuff like that. And like I was like reading good places to grind and stuff like that, and people are just talking about how long it takes, and I was just like, okay, I'm not doing this. Like I'd have to put longer than I've already put into the game. A longer amount of
Yeah.
time than I've already put into the game to do it. So I was like, okay, that's a bit much. You're asking too much here, Yakuza. But nonetheless, so I'm done with Yakuza. Great game. Loved it. Looking forward to
Fantastic.
8. Yeah. And
Are you gonna? I guess I never really. Are you gonna play Gaiden and Ishin?
I don't know. Because I like the turn-based combat so much, and then if you remember, when I was first starting Yakuza 7, I downloaded 0, and then I wasn't into that combat
Right,
so much.
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Ishin is the one. I'll probably end up buying that because that looks so interesting to me. So I'm gonna give that a go, and we'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know what I'm gonna check out Metal Hellsinger.
Yeah, I
don't
want to know what you
necessarily- Yeah, I'm hoping that clicks for me, and hopefully that's the next game I'm playing. But yeah, that's about it then.
Cool.
We'll now move on to the game. Daniel,
Yeah.
what are we playing?
When Daddy's away, the boys will play.
Fuck yeah, we will.
I have a tier maker, and this one will be interesting. We'll see. We're gonna do the Last of Us characters.
Ooh, okay, I like this.
So this one has, it seems like all the characters, or a lot of the main ones from 1 and 2.
Okay, great.
Okay. We have S, A, B, D, and C. I don't know if anyone will be D, but we'll see. So who would you like? Is there someone you want to start with? Do you want to start with which one?
Start with
Which
Joel.
one of the two? Joel.
I mean, come on, this is a fucking. What's above S? Go ahead.
I
put him
mean,
there.
Joel is Triple S,
I mean, it's one of the greatest video game characters of all time.
one of the greatest video game characters.
Yeah, definitely S.
Definitely.
Great story.
And
Unfortunate what happens to him in 2.
poetic.
Very poetic, yeah.
Ellie, also
Come on, clearly yes.
one of the
Clearly
greatest
yes.
video game
Yeah,
characters of
yeah.
all time. Who
Copied
should we do?
by Juno, as we all know.
Oh, I remember
You
when
remember that
when the suing, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that. Who should we do next? Let's see. I'm looking at all these characters here. Some great ones. Here
I
we
mean,
go.
I guess just Joel and Ellie. I mean, we could talk about them a little bit. Ellie,
Sure.
I mean, just a hilarious character as well as a very emotional character. You know, just her story overall is great, and you know, Joel, his whole backstory and getting into that is great, and then like learning.
I would
little
love to
bits and
know.
pieces about like his dark past and stuff.
I want to
Just
know what
kinda
happened in
builds
those
him
20
up
years.
and it makes him so interesting. Yeah, I would love like a spin-off game of Joel within those
Maybe not a
20 years.
game, maybe a comic, anything that I just want to know
Anything,
what
yeah.
happened to
I
him
wonder
in
if
those
there's
20
something
years.
out there, you know, because I know there's Last of Us comics, isn't there?
I don't. There is one about the Ellie's mom, right?
Is there?
Or
Yeah,
and
I'm not entirely
Marlene,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
Isn't it with Marlene and Ellie's mom?
you might be
think.
right. Yeah, I wonder if there is something out there about Joel. But yeah, I'd love to hear about that. But I feel like all that stuff just makes him even more of an interesting character when you pick up with him after the 20 years after the intro of The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the intro of The Last of Us, where'd you rank Sarah?
We're gonna rank Sarah.
She's on this list.
Yeah, she is there. I mean, I don't know. You only get her for like 10 minutes. She's funny. I like the joke where she's what is it? Joel asks how she afforded the watch. That she gave her birthday. And she was like, "I sell hardcore drugs." She obviously had a sense of humor for however young she is. Or is she like 8?
Probably
maybe?
12,
12. Oh, you think she's a bit older?
10, 12.
10, 12.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I assume Ellie's age. That's the
Uh,
point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that is kind of the point, right? I mean, I don't know. You
gonna
get
say
her
a
for so
B.
long. Yeah, I guess a
C,
B, sure.
C maybe.
Sure. I mean, yeah,
Let's do C,
you
'cause
get
she's
so
not a
little.
D.
Yeah, you get so little. It's hard to tell.
The impact of her death is what matters.
Yeah.
But that's I think, sadly to say, that's more for Joel than it is for her.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Tommy.
Tommy better in 2 than he is in 1. I feel.
Interesting.
I feel like you get more.
I mean, he
okay.
goes through a journey into
Yeah.
from being the Tommy that you really probably don't recognize anymore. You know.
Yeah. Because he really, it seems like he has a turning point sometime before you meet him again in the first game. You know, it seems like he has a turning point of like not being that bad guy anymore, and then he kind of resorts back to that in part 2 after Joel's
With
death.
Joel's death, yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see how that affects him and stuff like that. I don't know, go A. Tom.
I was gonna say an A. I think
Yeah.
Tommy's pretty solid A. Okay. Who should we do next? Where is she? There she is. What about Tess?
Tess. Tess is a great character as well. I mean,
I really like Tess.
yeah, Tess is really cool in the beginning of the Last of Us part.
I like
1.
her and Joel's relationship.
Yeah, yeah, definitely very cool. I'd like to see more of that too. Speaking
Yeah, I
of
like-
the Joel spin-off game, that'd be a cool character to have in there.
See, they're before the events of 1, because
Yeah.
it's like he isn't the leader in that relationship. Like she's
Nah, yeah, she's the one kind of running shit. It seems,
Yeah.
commanding. Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of like Joel's female counterpart in a lot of ways. I know they weren't dating or anything, but
you get hints that
you
there
get
was
small
maybe
hints,
a little.
there's probably something.
something
They
going
probably
on.
just never made anything official with that, but yeah, she's a lot like Joel, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably go B on that one.
I was gonna say B. I think B's pretty solid.
You don't get too much of
Um,
her overall.
No. How about Marlene?
Ooh.
What
Do
we
we
think
get
about
Marlene in
Mar-
2 at all?
There might be a flashback.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of her in 2. She's a good character. I mean, she kind of seems like the the head of the Fireflies.
Leader of the Fireflies.
Yeah. Probably go B on her as well.
Above or below Tess?
Go below.
I like Tess a little.
Yeah.
Who else? Who are we doing next?
Do Riley from Left Behind.
She's on here.
Yeah.
What about Riley from Left Behind?
Riley's great. Great character.
Riley's great.
Yeah. Didn't get enough of her, but I love Left Behind. I like Left Behind because there's like very little combat in Left Behind.
It'd be cool if there was none.
Yeah, it would be cool if there was none. Yeah, but still very cool. Very cool little side story in that game. Very interesting.
Love the ending.
Yeah, great ending as well. Probably go A on Riley. Riley's great.
See,
Very
yeah.
Kind of
Below
pushes
Tommy?
Ellie to do stuff, you know. Yeah, go below Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we'll do a little duo here. And you know who I'm talking about. Henry and Sam.
Ooh.
Henry, the older brother.
Yeah.
Sam, the younger.
I remember when that
What do
part
you think?
ended the first time I played it, and I was like, "Wow!" One of those moments where you just had to like put the controller down. I was like, "Damn!"
It cuts to black.
Yeah,
when
it cuts to
happened.
black
Yeah.
right after that, and it's like, "Damn, that was fucking impactful," you know. I like their story more than I like the characters themselves. Although I do really like that dynamic of the older brother.
Me too.
Trying to lead the younger brother in the right directions and stuff like that. Very sad, that whole part, you know. That's all I can really think of is how depressing that whole story is with them two. But shit, I would go A.
Oh, I was gonna go B. They're not better than Marlene and Tess.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
you're right. Yeah, you can go.
I would
B.
say Henry above Sam as well. I like Sam seeing his little relationship with Ellie.
Sure.
Because they're a similar age. He might be a
if
little
we're
bit older.
separating them, I would agree. Yeah.
They are separate on here.
You want to treat them as ice climbers in Smash Bros.
I kind of did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else is here? I'm
Suppose
trying to
the
see. There's
last
a bunch.
big one for Last of Us 1 would be Bill.
There's
probably-
two more.
There's probably
There's
who else
two
am I
more.
missing?
We'll do Bill next.
Okay.
We'll do Bill next. Bill. Where do we like Bill?
I like Bill. I mean, Bill's a great.
I like Bill a
character,
lot.
especially when you read the notes of him and his partner and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That stuff's really interesting. I love that he just owns a town too. He's like,
Yeah, he just took over a whole town.
This is my fucking town. I'm just gonna. That's probably what I would end up doing. Although I would die within like 10 minutes of that world, but like, I would try to own a town at first. Shit, man, he's great. You're gonna have to go A on Bill.
I think so too. Is he better than Tommy though?
No,
I don't think he's better than
no,
Tommy.
yeah. Can't wait to see fucking Nick Offerman as him in the
Oh,
HBO show.
dude,
It's
he's
gonna
so
be
perfect.
good.
Look, at least his look, even if it's not great, his look is perfect. He looks just like Bill.
Nick Offerman. He must have offered to like be in that show because they had him.
Look
Cast
at me.
At one point. Remember that? Yeah. And then they recasted him as him, and it was just like, oh, that's a way better recast.
Yeah. And then I think the last character, if I'm looking correct, yes, the last character from 1 is David.
Oh, David. That's who. I thought you were gonna say Tommy's wife. I forgot about.
Oh
David.
wait, Maria is here. We could do Maria next. We'll do Maria next.
Okay.
David.
Maria is almost bigger in 2 though as well. But
She is.
yeah.
We can start her with the first one next.
Okay. David. I mean, shit, man. Great villain. The whole winter section is fantastic in the first Last of Us.
Play as Ellie.
Yeah, he's scary
The bow.
too, you know.
Nolan North.
Yeah, that is Nolan North, huh? I like it when he really like brings Ellie in. Almost, you think of him as a friend at first, and then
He, for the most part, treats her well.
yeah.
It's not until
Gets,
there
like, that
more
creepy
gets
turn.
revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, another one where it's like the story around him is better than like the character itself. Although the character is very interesting.
I'll throw him out
C
here.
or
I
B
think
on this one.
I was gonna say between Marlene and Henry.
Sure.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
that's
better than
fine.
Marlene, but I think he is better than Henry.
Yeah, more impactful.
More impactful. And I guess we'll go with 2. We'll start with Maria, which is Tommy's wife. Who I like Maria a lot. She
I do
is
too, yeah,
pretty much
especially-
leading
especially
everything.
in part 2, right?
Yeah. She's pretty much running Jackson, it seems like.
Yeah, kind of the voice of reason to Tommy too in part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit.
The voice of reason.
Yeah, she's great. Probably go B.
Yeah, I like her better than Tess too.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You tell me who you want to do next. You want to go Abby?
Yeah, might as well do Abby. Fuck it. I mean, this is S tier
Uh,
character right here. Shit, that's yeah, this is the S all the way. Abby's great, man. Abby got way too much hate when this game actually came out. Cause fantastic character. I love the whole dynamic between her and her whole group. That whole friendship group got really interesting in the earlier parts of Last of Us Part 2 or the second half, whatever. But yeah, she's fantastic.
Is she better than Ellie or Joel?
No.
I don't think so either. But Abby is,
You
I
could
think,
almost
on
do two different versions of Ellie, of part one Ellie and
sure.
part two, yeah, and then
Um, I think that she is on par with them though.
yeah, I agree, 100%.
And can I give a big old shout out to my favorite voice actress, Laura Bailey? Come on, that
Fantastic,
performance,
just
dude.
fantastic, yeah.
That performance is amazing. Who's next here? Who should we do next? Who makes sense to do
Do
next?
what's her name? Dina.
Do Dina? That's
Yeah.
what I was looking at. Dina is Ellie's uh, girlfriend. Um, where do we think Dina fits? I really like Dina. I like their relationship.
Yeah, Dina brought a lot of the sense of humor in part two.
She brought
So
the humanity to Ellie
yeah, definitely. I'm
when she
great.
needed it.
I'll go S with her as well. Honestly, probably lower than everyone
Ooh.
else, but S nonetheless.
I think she's worse than Tommy.
Yeah,
I like
is
Tommy
Tommy
more.
top A?
Tommy's top of it.
Okay, yeah, maybe go one below that then.
I think in between Bill and Tommy. I like her a little bit better than Bill, but not as much as Tommy.
Sure, yeah, I can agree with that.
Who next? You want to go Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse.
Jesse, Dina's ex.
Yeah,
As she's pregnant with his kid. Also, the partner to the work partner, I guess you would say, to Ellie. They're adventuring buddies. They go out together.
yeah.
Um,
Unfortunate death.
Unfortunate death. Jesse sees an end pretty quickly.
Yeah, you don't you get a lot of them in that beginning town, right? But you don't
You
really
get him,
get
yeah.
too much of him until then, like the
He shows
second half
back
of the
up.
game. Yeah, he shows back up. Yeah, I mean,
I
good
really like
character.
him.
Yeah,
Nice guy, really good-hearted. But unfortunate his end.
yeah. Probably go B on him.
Yeah,
Maybe lower B.
I like him more than David. Maybe between David and Marlene
Sure, I'm down with that.
in B. Okay. Uh, who should we do next? Do you want to go with Lev? With
Yeah,
him? You
the
want to
two
do Lev?
kids. I forgot about them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
I was gonna do the pair next.
Sure.
Lev. Where do you think he ranks?
Mm,
Really like his story. I love his relationship with Abby. I love seeing the scars and their culture, seeing that
yeah.
whole island and stuff.
A lot of emotional stuff with Live at the end of the game too.
Him killing his mother.
Yeah. Damn, what a game last was part two.
They're
Trying to
both of
run
them.
through the head of like everything that happened. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot going on there. Man, Lev, probably go A tier somewhere.
I think I'm looking between because I don't know if Tommy seems to be the bar for A. I don't know if he's better than Tommy,
I don't think so either. Probably
but
go.
I think he's better than Dina.
Mmm,
Or do you think not? I like Lev more than Dina.
that's close. Yeah, I probably would say Lev is a bit better than Dina. All the stuff you get with them. Yeah, probably go one above Dina.
And then what about his sister Yara?
Yeah,
I
Yara's
really
great
like
too.
Yara a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Don't get a lot. Her untimely death as well.
Yeah. Another A tier though. I would say below Dina.
A tier.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking like
Who's below Dina right now?
Bill.
Bill.
And then Riley.
Ooh, I would go below Riley.
I was thinking B tier, in between Tess and Marlene.
Sure, down with
I
that.
think I like Yara maybe a little bit more than Marlene. And that, well, do I?
I like Yara more than Marlene for sure.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll do in between Tess and Marlene. Who else here? We got getting some of the friends here. Some of them don't really matter.
What's the main guy's name?
Owen.
Owen. Yeah, do Owen. I feel like Owen's like the last main character I can think of.
Who has a history with Abby. Abby
Yeah.
really likes him. He kind of likes Abby, but also is in a relationship himself with Mel.
Awkward sex scene.
It's fine. I think people hate it. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It was just a scene.
It's like I'm watching House of Dragon right now. There's like a sex scene every other scene, and I'm just like, all right.
Jesus.
do we need all this?
I haven't started it yet.
Oh, dude, wait till you watch like episode 4 of that show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of titties.
Owen's good.
Oh, he's good. A lot of these characters is just. I'm not gonna say like any of them are bad.
And
Really,
we're more
necessarily.
ranking them to each other, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I would go
Is Owen
top of
better than
C
David?
on Owen. What is C tier right now?
He is only Sarah. She's the only one in C2.
Okay, poor Sarah.
It's okay.
She
I
just,
like Sarah.
got shot immediately, and now she's in C tier. Look at that.
Is he better than David? I think is the bar right now.
I would say no.
Is he better than Henry?
Mm,
I think he's better than Henry.
Yeah, he's better than Henry. Yeah, go right above that.
Speaking of her, Mel, Owen's girlfriend slash,
Oh, yeah.
she's pregnant with their child,
Yeah.
voiced by the amazing Ashley Birch.
How's Ashley Birch, huh?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Man, they got all the big ones in
Yeah, they
the
did.
series, huh?
I like Mel.
Yeah, I didn't mind her. Again, I would go C tier on this one.
I'm gonna put C below Sarah. I think Mel is below Sarah.
Sure, that's fine with me.
And then who we do next? Nora,
Which
who
one's Nora?
is one of Abby's really good friends, and Nora's the one that you beat to death.
Oh, okay.
It's the lady you beat to death. One of Abby's really good friends. She's a doctor or a nurse or something.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
in the
yeah.
medical field. You chase her down, and Ellie beats her to death. They make you do it.
It's that cool part in like with the red lights in the
Yeah.
hospital. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a really cool part.
I like Nora.
I'd probably go C tier on her as well.
I think above Mel.
Yeah.
But I do like Nora.
Okay.
I'd say we have like one friend and then one villain if you want.
Sure.
We have Manny. I like Manny. He's one that
Punto.
and he spits at Joel.
That's the most memorable part of Manny for me.
Yeah, I think he's below Nora, but still C.
Yeah, go with that. That's fine.
And then the last one, there is a few more I don't really want to do.
No, we don't got.
We don't have to do. But the last one we could do is Isaac.
Is this Westworld's guy character?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, great voice. Didn't get him for much, but
Yeah, you
cool
only get
villain.
him like towards the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool villain. I would go lowest possible on this guy.
Yeah, I think he's the lowest of C.
Okay, that's fine with me.
And that's
That'll
the
do it.
list.
That'll do it. Name off S and A tier.
S and A.
Yeah.
Joel. This is S tier. We got Joel, Ellie, Abby. A tier. We have Tommy, Lev, Dina, Bill, and Riley.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I like it. And that'll do it for the Nerd Guts podcast, episode 136 or 7. Are we sure it's the 7?
It's 136.
Okay, 136. That's what we're going with. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Give us a like. Give us a comment. Share it.
Do all that.
Tell your grandma again. We haven't said that in a while.
Wow, tell your grandma. Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like all the grandmas are already listening to us, so we don't necessarily need to tell you. We're huge at old people homes.
Nursing homes.
Yeah, nursing homes. There you go. Massive over there. Posters of us. They ask us to come do signings quite frequently. We don't have time for that though. Anyways, see y'all later. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.